Well, how's it going, everybody? Andrew here.
This is Connor.
And Caleb.
And Matt.
Happy Halloween from the LCR gang. Was that a go? Ooh, spooky Adam Evo. That's our
Spooky Adam Evo.
yeah.
You're welcome.
That's our Twitter handle right now.
Is it pumpkin then boo and then ghost or ghost?
I think it's ghost then pumpkin. Anyways, yes, it is Halloween and we are in our outfits. What are we, guys?
It's already hot. I think we should start down the line.
Okay. I am Eggsy from Kingsman 2.
Where is he?
And my little pug. Right here.
Pretty legit costume, I must say.
Thank you.
Mr. Pickles.
I have, to the 5% of our audience that watches sports, I am Dan Quinn looking for a new job over the offseason. So, yeah.
I feel bad for the man.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but it's time to move on.
I don't know what any of that means.
Really?
I understand looking for a new job. That's about it.
You want a little... Give him a little...
He's the Falcons head coach for the last few years. He was the coach that we blew the Super Bowl. But we're 1-7 this year.
You get that.
So
That's good.
that is way worse than anticipated. So, yeah, he's going to be looking for a new job this offseason, and I want to celebrate that. So,
Hooray.
Hooray.
Good job, Dan.
Hoorah.
Caleb?
I'm Clark Kent. Pretty easy costume.
Pretty easy indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And what are...
You know, I think I'm already going to
Saving the best for last.
take these off.
What are you?
Well, if you can't tell, I'm a cheeseburger. No, to the just listeners, I am a hot dog. But if you stick a cigarette in my mouth, Caleb is playing with my little floppy thing on top.
What are those things called? Is that just
So,
where you
like,
cut it off?
Yeah.
hot dogs are like really kind of just like encased in like a very, very, very thin lining.
Mm-hmm.
And so you basically just, fill it up with just, what is going on with the headsets?
I don't know. Keep going.
Keep going.
Anyways.
Continue.
You basically just, you kind of fill your hot dogs up with your horseshoe meat and your pig intestines and everything. Because that's what hot dogs are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really don't know what you're getting, but
I don't think I've ever had a
good.
hot dog with the actual little things on the edges like that, though.
That's true.
I think
Do you have to get those, like, at a plate? I don't know.
I've had brats with them. Like
Yeah.
Brats, I
More
feel
like
like, yeah.
sausages and stuff like that. You'll probably get those.
But as Matt was saying, if you had a cigarette in your mouth...
I would have cancer because smoking is bad.
Yes.
So don't do it. Okay, guys?
Sorry.
Especially you potential younger kids or just people who are looking for a sign to stop smoking. This is it.
PSA, stop smoking ad.
There we go. All right, we can wrap up the podcast. I think we did our lesson for the day.
All right.
Till next year, guys. No, we're here to talk about Halloween. Way back when, was it like podcast 5 or 6?
5,
7 or 8.
5.
6.
He's gonna look it up.
7.
We did the Christmas podcast, and so I was like, why not kind of bring that same thing here for Halloween?
Why are all the 3 best holidays
Back
at
to back
the
to
very
back.
end?
And the New Year's, if you're a big New Year's fan.
Sure.
Well, that's at the beginning.
And then, like, technically, and then really it's just 4th of July, like the really big one in the summer, right?
Mm.
I mean, if you think about it, it's just like, you start off, New Year's. New year, new me. Gonna go out there and just, be productive. Summer comes around and you're like, crap, I was really supposed to start working on my summer body by now. Fall comes around and you're like, 9 months flew by. And then, October, November, December, you get all those big months and you're like,
5.
okay, I understand now that the rest of this year was just absolute garbage. So it's nice to have some nice stuff that just kind of wraps up the year.
It's not garbage for us. We've been going
Okay.
strong on this channel.
Yes, we have.
We've
but
done
just,
a lot of stuff.
I'm saying like overall as a, I don't know, species, humankind altogether, as a culture, as a community,
Use more words.
the unity.
There you go.
This is really philosophical.
Yeah, this is deep.
It's a
I
philosophical
feel I thought this would be like our
Halloween
New Year podcast, but we're doing it the Halloween podcast. So all right.
What can I say? This hot dog makes me feel ways, especially freaking
Yeah, you are sweating.
You are sweating, boy.
Well, I told you guys. I'm like, oh, it's fucking hot. You guys are just like, suck it up.
Well, yeah,
No,
dedication.
I said that.
I said just to put it on for the beginning, so you all
Suck it up.
we all had outfits on. If you want to take it off now, you can.
I'll wait a little bit more.
Okay. Well, anyways, I came up with some questions for us to answer, and we're just going to talk about favorite movies, TV shows, candy, costumes, traditions, all that jazz. And since we kind of introduced ourselves in our costumes, I think we should start with that. What was our favorite costume growing up, the one that we loved the most,
Good segue.
or your least favorite? So if anybody wants to kick it off, I got to find my page.
So I think it was like 7th grade, maybe around there.
I think it was 7th grade.
I think it was 7th grade. I dressed up as Kyle Broflovsky for Halloween because I love Kyle.
Please tell me you had a group to dress up as all the characters.
No, none of my friends really watched South Park except me,
Bastards.
so.
Still good,
You
though.
bastards. So yeah, that was probably my favorite because that costume was pretty sick. I looked like a giant pumpkin with the green hat. But then
It took 1 minute.
then my least favorite I couldn't really come up with, honestly. Like, I wasn't like forced to wear anything like by my parents, so I don't really have a least favorite. So
Okay.
yeah, so I couldn't really think of one. It might pop in my head while you guys are talking. So.
What other themes did you pick then? Like for all the years? Like,
Oh, like what we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
I was either usually a serial killer from a movie. So I was Ghostface one year, I was Jason, and I was Michael Myers one year. And then, what was it? Oh my.
Sorry, I couldn't find anything like that playing nearby this year.
Hey,
serial killer.
This is what happens when we try to multitask, Connor.
Connor's watching
Special
football.
guest series.
Football.
Football.
Football
Of
Americano.
all the things,
I know.
I thought you were watching like.
Jeopardy?
No, I knew you were watching sports, but I thought you were watching like baseball or.
That's
Football.
afterwards. But, what else did I say that I...
Star Wars, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I dressed up Obi-Wan as one year, and I'm pretty sure I
Oh.
dressed up as Anakin one year as well.
That's
So,
nice.
I feel like we all at least were
Yeah.
Jedi one year.
I mean,
I don't
I had
think
a
I
lot
was.
of, I had a
No?
lot of toy
No.
lightsabers.
Not even like a Darth Vader or anything?
Oh, shit, I think it was a
No.
Darth Vader one year.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I guess I'll go. One of my favorite ones when I was in middle school, I did like a white trash biker. So
Wow.
yeah, I got like this long wig and beard, and I tatted myself up and had like a red bandana, and I had like a wife beater on that was kind of like dirty and ripped up, and I would stick my
Made
gut
you
out.
Want to do that?
I feel like my dad. I don't know.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I think
You're just like, Dad,
You're
what
just-
should I be for Halloween? He's like, I got the thing for you.
And so that was a fun one. And there's just like pictures of like me just like holding an empty beer can like with my beer like guy just like, and I'm just like 12 years old. It's pretty funny.
It's all fun and games until you become a member of the Hells Angels. It's like, who's laughing now, Dad?
And then another one that I loved was in 3rd grade. I was Mike Wazowski.
Yes, that's dope.
Like legit
You got, like, a
costume.
sword.
Do you have
grade?
pictures?
Yeah.
Like a sphere.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh my God.
I should go look. I should have
I
got
think
pictures
I
for you
remember
guys.
that.
I was just this big, because everybody was just kind of like, you know, in a like not a t-shirt, but like simpler outfits. I'm just this big circle, and my face was like the eye, and I could do like the arms and everything. Like it was legit. I don't know where my I assume we got it from like the Disney store because that's like it was like pretty legit.
That sounds expensive.
and
It's like a $70 costume.
Yeah.
I remember though, like, because I was so excited, I like told my mom just like to hang it up on my door at night because I like wanted to like it to be my room. Freaked the fuck out of me in the middle of the night when I like kind of tossed over and like the hallway light shining on it, and I was just like
It's
freaking
just
out.
like in the movie when they get scared.
Pretty
behind the
much.
footsteps. There you go.
So that was it. But like a lot of like my like adolescent years, I always had to be kid things like that, and so I don't know. Did you ever go trick or treating with Preston and I?
Maybe.
Maybe. One year, I just dressed up as like a very generic Grim Reaper, and I regret it so much because it wasn't even cool.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be edgy because I was
there
just
for
like,
it's just there for the candy.
Mom, I'm tired of being Disney characters. I want to be something evil. And she's like, okay, let's go to Party City. And it was like the day before Halloween, and everything was sold out. And I was like, I guess I'll do this boring ass thing. And
Dude, going to Party City like the week of Halloween is the most hectic thing.
it's terrifying.
Oh my
but-
God.
It's like trying to find a turkey on Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Shout out Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, I was thinking Bob's Burgers.
Or someone's touching something.
I ain't
I'm
doing
over here.
Was it a
anything.
Christmas? No. Christmas with the Franks, the Tim Allen.
Yes, yeah.
And she's trying to get the ham.
Oh
Christmas ham. Kind of similar.
I remember that vaguely.
It's a classic, just kind of story to tell, trying
Yeah.
to get like the Christmas or Thanksgiving thing. But yeah, those are
That's
my.
a fun movie.
It is a fun movie.
I remember when I was thinking of the Santa Claus,
Oh yeah.
or you were thinking of that, and I was thinking of Christmas with the Cranks. I was like,
And you're just like,
oh.
ex-husband, sure, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And then we're like, I don't think we're talking about the same movie,
Tim Allen is in too many Christmas movies.
or not enough.
How many Santa Clauses are there?
3.
3 too many.
You
Too
like,
too
you
many.
like the
Yeah.
first one?
No, sorry, I meant to say 2 too many.
They're okay.
All right, well, who's next?
I guess I am. I'm a little biased. I think my last 3 costumes are probably my favorite, just because like that's the first time obviously been able to like do a lot of work.
Solid Snake was probably the fucking coolest one.
Dude,
you've
that one
done.
was fun. It was hot, but
I'm
it was
sure,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think because like I had a stint for like 3 to 5 years where I wore the same costume for school, and it was either Ghostface or the Grim Reaper, but they all required the hood and the robe.
Everybody, I feel like, wanted to be Ghostface.
Yeah.
It was like the simplest one to do.
You
Remember
hate
the
those
ghost
masks.
face with the blood?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
blood
That's
in
what I
it.
had, and that was a mess after like a year.
That even
There
makes
was always
sense.
that one
Right.
kid in class that like that was what the one rule, no blood stuff, and there's always that one kid that brought
It's like
the knife
it's
with
a
blood
little
in it or
squeeze-
the- yeah.
it's like a squeeze thing, and then it like pumps blood through your mask.
Dude,
I was
just
Ghostface one year
chill
too, but like it gets hot.
Yeah.
Ew.
Anything with a giant cloak on it is just like
And those
gonna
masks
die.
always have the same smell.
Did
Like
you
that
guys?
sweet?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever dress up
rubbery-
in middle school?
Like
I
Kyle
think so.
Broflovsky, I was.
Yeah.
I think that was my last one. Like, oh, I don't want to do this kid stuff anymore, mom.
Yeah. I don't think I ever did it.
Like,
in
I think that was my
middle
last
school.
one, and then like every now and then I'll be in the spirit.
In the spirit.
What about a least favorite?
Oh yeah, that was probably it. My least
Oh.
favorite was the one I went out all the time.
Yeah.
There was one occasion where for working at the Great Old Hy-Vee, we got to dress up for Halloween. I didn't have a costume, so I just took off my tie, buttoned down my shirt, and I said I was my teacher.
Wow.
Like,
And literally, like the HR manager came out and like told the manager, was like, "Is he even like wearing a costume, or did he just not want to wear his tie?" It's like,
fair enough.
I'm a
Just let
professor
me.
from a movie. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know which
That
one, but
you've
there's
never heard
many.
of.
All right, Matt.
I probably have like 2 favorite costumes. One of them's just like when I was younger, so like I didn't really have a choice in it because my mom just kind of threw me into it. That was a giraffe.
A giraffe.
That's awesome.
That sounds
But like
awesome.
my face popped out at the bottom of the neck, so like it went up like a little bit more, and it had the face of the giraffe and everything.
You need to
Wow.
find a picture. Of
Yeah,
it and
I
show
need
it
to see. I
Amanda.
need to see Matt.
text my
We
mom
need to
and
see your Mike Wazowski and your giraffe.
I'll text my mom and see if she can find a picture of it. But I was a fucking cute kid in that giraffe suit, if I do say so myself.
How old?
I was young.
14.
21.
I want to say I was like maybe like I don't know.
Are you okay?
5, 6, 4 to 6,
1. -5.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
3 months old.
Probably I want to say like 6 because I kind of remember it, but I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fair
Then
enough.
my other favorite costume, my stepdad helped. He took a ball of styrofoam and he cut it in half and he put it like right over my heart, so I was a dead baseball player. It was just original and kind of cool because like he had like a white T-shirt and he had like blood coming down here, and there was something else. Can't remember what else. But yeah, that was pretty cool. It was just unique.
That is unique. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That was like 4th grade. And then probably my least favorite costume was the last year I like actually dressed up for trick-or-treating. I wanted to be a serial killer. But I wanted to kill cereal boxes.
There
So my parents got me like one of like those like little plastic scythes, and they put a cereal box through it, and they're like, "There you go, you can take this with you." I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. Because this was like in middle school, so like it was when I was beginning, like thinking like, oh my god,
it is.
everyone's gonna look at me, everyone's gonna think I'm a fucking stupid little boy. I just want some candy. And so I just made the excuse. I'm like, nah, I can't take I can't take the
Not
scythe
yet,
with
not
me
yet.
because
When we
I
transition.
was just like I need to use both hands to carry my candy.
Now, were you guys a bucket kind of kid or
I
a
was just about to
pillowcase?
ask this fucking
Oh,
pillowcase.
right.
Oh, pillowcase? Because I remember at school you'd always get the cardboard boxes that you'd build in class the day before Halloween or Halloween day.
Those were
You never had
You
those?
did those?
Never.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Never
Cool.
My
big
school
enough.
didn't care about us.
Well, yeah, we did them, but like I'm like, fuck this. I'll get the candy from school in it, but I'm gonna get my pillowcase. But I just remembered when you're thinking of like a really stupid outfit, like the serial killer one. Mitchell went to Party City like last minute and bought like this $50 big fat pirate mask, and then just walked around in like a t-shirt and like sweatpants.
Why?
$50.
Something. It was huge.
Would you let me cut up the plague mask so I can make an overhaul costume?
Hell no. First off, though, that one has more like it's more steampunk.
Right, yeah.
Mine is more dead skin.
Can doctor it up.
Yeah.
Aren't there two? Like a iffy one and a
Grab it. No, you're good. I just realized it wasn't on here.
what?
Dead Man Walking. It wasn't
Oh.
on there, so it's okay. I guess this one.
Whatever.
What were you saying?
Don't you have like two versions of the mask?
Yeah, they sent me a really shitty one, and then they sent me a refund. Like not like a refund, but they just sent me a better one. So
I'm trying to remember what the shitty one looks like.
it's just not as detailed.
Mm-hmm.
So
So shitty.
yeah, so I have to show you Dead Man Walking.
I've seen the behind the scenes. That's it. Yeah, and like bloopers and stuff.
You gotta watch.
Going back to the pillowcase, like I'm thinking back to like those like first few pieces that kind of tumble down and just make that scratchy sound, and it's like nails on a chalkboard.
You like that sound?
Yeah, it's just because like you know the perforated edges of the candy wrapper are just like
Yeah.
just across. I'm like ugh.
No, Matt. Let's get ASMR on this.
Oh my god. Please stop.
Stop.
Oh.
But I was just like nope, don't like that. But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
But dude, yeah, if you put in the work and if you walked around for enough time, you could fill a sucker
Dude, it
like
was
that up.
a heavy ass bag at the end of the day.
Would
dude.
you trade, or were you kind of
Yes.
just like, this
No.
is my shit?
I'm a trader because like there's like trader. We'll get into this later, but like I mean you're gonna get your least favorite candies. You want to get rid of those.
Right.
Bring in some better candy.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go. Least and favorite candies.
My favorite candies, and this will always be my favorite candies, but Twix and Kit Kat.
Are we always doing candy?
Huh?
Are we already doing candy?
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say, do your Snapple fact now that we
Oh.
gotta change the
Oh
subject.
no, that's fine.
Interruption for the Snapple fact of the
This
day.
video is not sponsored by Snapple.
I think that's just like a segment every time Connor's on.
Would you like to read it?
So
He
honored.
got upset that I drank a Snapple yesterday.
Potatoes have more chromosomes than humans.
They're so tiny.
Is that on
No wonder Down syndrome people are related to potatoes.
Oh, what vegetable?
I was gonna make that joke.
What fact number is that?
734.
734.1.
Good to know.
Me.
Write it down because there will be a pop quiz at the end.
That'd be pretty funny if somebody
We need to
remembers
collect
it.
our Snapple facts.
Put 'em in
There's
the bag.
probably. I hope there's somebody out there. I would love to get fact number 1.
Right.
That'd be so cool.
I'm sure that's long
The
gone
myth.
now.
Yeah, like the infamous fact number 1. What was it?
Imagine getting number 2 and you're like,
I'd be like, I don't want you. But yeah, okay. Now that we did our Snapple fact of
but
the
yeah,
day,
okay, yeah. Kit Kat and Twix.
Kit Kat and Twix,
I don't know. Both of them have that like cookie, like crunch in them.
and it's just like the snack, you know,
It's so perfect.
like kind of like the snack size.
especially Twix because it's got caramel. Like
I
that
loved
shit.
the orange Kit Kats. They just hit different.
Yeah. Like, or have you tried white chocolate Kit Kats?
Yeah,
Those are
those are
pretty
also good. Those were like, you know, it's a little shake up from like
Yeah.
the usual. You're like, okay, Kit Kat or a white Kit Kat
Mm-hmm.
or an orange Kit
I
Kat.
think they had peppermint Kit Kat before.
Oh,
That's
that
pretty
sounds
good.
That
amazing.
sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
I should grab some
Yeah,
peppermint
you gotta
ice
look out
cream
for
now.
those. Yeah. So those are my favorites by far, easily.
Hell yeah.
And like least favorite, I like most chocolate bars because like there's like I don't know, but the one chocolate bar I don't like is God, what's the name of it now? The one with the coconut.
Almond Joy.
Yeah.
Almond Joy.
I was about to say it. I was like, I fucking hate almond joys, dude.
I hate almond joys so much.
When I would get
People
that
even
in,
like coconut.
when I fucking
don't-
hate coconut.
I like the
I've-
taste of it, but I don't like the texture. It ruins coconut.
I've come to find out, like, coconut is kind of like cilantro with other people. Like, I always assume people like it, but anytime I ask someone, they're like, "Oh no, I hate it." I'm like, "Oh, you don't like coconut?" Yeah, no, I hate it.
I have a
Yeah.
love-hate relationship
Why?
with coconut.
It's
so-
just that was like the one thing when I would see that bright blue
nope.
piece of candy in my, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I hate you.
No, thank you.
And then they go and take the best part of the almond joy out and just call them mounds. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm pretty sure
Isn't that-
Mounds was the original.
Isn't that
Was it?
dark chocolate?
No,
right?
they just take the almond out. I mean, maybe there's dark
I
chocolate.
think
Is that
I think almond joys are dark chocolate, or maybe
Okay.
Mounds. I know for a fact one of them is dark chocolate, one of them is milk chocolate.
Mhm.
I don't know which one is which, but like an entire candy bar just made out of
It's just a lot of coconut.
that's just
Yeah.
It's just
Too much.
coconut.
If it was more
Gross.
chocolate, if it was like just like a small filling of coconut, you know, I could maybe do it, but not really because I fucking hate coconut.
No.
So
even like those
Um,
like little like candy boxes that like your grandma would give like your mom and stuff, and you would just like peek in, take one. You're like, oh god, it's coconut. No, I cannot stand.
My
those.
mom loves almond joy, so I just give them all to her. So I'm like, you can have as many
yeah,
as you
no,
want,
fuck
Mom.
that.
Those are
Um,
prime trading. Real
Yes,
estate.
so that goes up for sale first.
This is-
And
take my almond. I'll give you 5 almond joys for 1 Twix bar. That's how much I want your Twix. Like,
And then other least favorite would be like I hate licorice, any type of licorice.
I like
even-
Twizzlers.
Even like Twizzlers, they're okay, but I like just like black licorice.
When
That's
Twizzlers-
just-
oh god, no.
Does anyone like unironically enjoy black licorice?
Old people
I guess so.
who enjoyed chewing char when they were like
Ugh.
5 years old,
That's basically like the kid version of like chewing tobacco.
right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's just as gross. So
When
Like-
Twizzlers came out with like the filled like lemon and cherry ones
yeah,
a few years ago, those were really
Oh, yeah,
good.
those are pretty good.
Or the
They're sour.
straws.
sour straws.
I like the ones where you can peel them one by one.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that
the
Airheads?
cherries, the cherry flavored
Is
ones.
that the Airhead straws?
No, it'd be the Twizzlers.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like cherry. Yeah, it's just like you just kind of peel them off like
Okay.
little snake kind of things. One candy that I am not a fan of is the not Skittles. Skittles with a K, like the
Sixlets?
yeah. Is that what they're called?
I think something like that. They're in like the little tube
They're like
wrapper.
cheap chocolate coated sugary candy.
So it's like M&Ms but knockoffs.
Yes,
Yeah,
but they're
I think-
shaped like Skittles.
I think they're called Sicklets.
Sicklets.
Well, aren't
Sixlets.
M&Ms shaped like Skittles?
But no, but like it's the texture. Like it tastes more plasticky and like
Like it's harder
It's just-
to chew?
Yeah.
yeah, they're
Okay.
pretty gross. Yes.
Yep, Sixlets.
Sixlets.
think
That's
I've
it with an
ever
X.
heard of
My
those.
bad with an X. But
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever heard
I've those are so cheap. It's like it's when you get the knockoff candies. Like that's like the big bag of like knockoff candies or like really cheap candies.
Yeah.
You get that. You get like your fireballs, and I like your fireballs, but like
No, thank you.
one and done. Like
It's
if
an
I get
adult
like
candy.
if I get like 3 of those when I was a kid, I'd be like,
I'll drink Fireball.
but for me, my favorite would always be Skittles. The dip. Fuck, what's it called?
Fun dip.
Yeah,
Fun
Fun
Dip.
Dip. Oh, I do. I love the candy
Oh,
sticks.
God.
Oh, they're so good.
It's-
Dude, like once you like
pure
become
sugar.
hardcore and just eat the stick and just
One that I always hated. I was never a fan of them. Is
oh, my
pixie sticks
tooth
though.
just hurt.
You don't like Pixie
I don't like
Sticks?
because like
Man.
when I would open it, you know, as a kid, sometimes I just open it with my mouth. So then when I try to drain it, it gets clogged and
Yeah,
Well,
clogged.
that's your own
with-
damn
'Cause it's
fault.
wet. Just rip the top.
Yeah, I still it wasn't worth
my
it.
God.
Like I
Yeah.
was more of a nerd guy. So when it came to just like pure sugar, I guess
I'm not really much of a sugar guy either. It's all about the chocolate.
It's like when
Yeah.
you ate all the nerds, it was like sour and then sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so many at a time.
No, I love lemon heads. That's an underrated candy.
Oh,
I love lemon heads.
they get
So
like super
good.
chewy.
Oh yeah, that shit's good.
Did you ever? Okay, let's. So I assume we all grew up like in neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because
grew
if
up in
Caroline
a
was here,
mansion.
she wouldn't.
Not like on a street, you're saying?
But yeah, like a cul-de-sac almost.
Yeah.
You know, like an actual legit neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So like we all, you know, walked around the neighborhood growing up, and
Yeah, I
it's
go
like,
to my cousin's house every year to go. Cause
Was
the
there-
neighborhood's way better.
was there any house that like was the house to go to? That like they had
Giant candy bars.
they had the giant candy bars, or like they had like the
Yeah.
coolest like front yard.
Yeah, there'd be some badass yards, dude. Like, you're just like, this is Halloween. Like,
One thing I've noticed working with FedEx and just kind of like driving around down here, a lot more people set up their yards for Halloween than what I've noticed back up in Sycamore.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because like you just drive down the street and like lawns are just covered in stuff, and you're just like,
One
it's
thing-
nice seeing
Christmas
people.
is the same way. You're gonna see a lot of Christmas.
Living
stuff.
in an apartment complex, you don't really get to see that. So
Right.
It will be nice to like just drive around neighborhoods and see stuff. There was always this one house. I had Damon Messier and Jonah Minham. They lived next to each other, so I'd always go to their houses, see them, and then right across the street would be, I don't know whose house it was, but like it was like the creepy house with like playing the murder music, and like it was like the blue like neon lights and like fog machine and just like it was the atmosphere. And I was a fucking pussy growing up, and I never went. And like one year I remember trying to go and like getting petrified halfway up the sidewalk and having to run back and asking my mom to do it for me because I just couldn't do it. But I always loved it because like, yeah, like at a neighborhood, like if you knew the person, you're gonna get an extra handful of candy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'd always go to like my babysitters or just like all my friends, and they'd be like, oh yeah, Andrew, here you go, extra whatever you want, throw a little cocaine your way or something like that.
Oh.
But
Get rid of this, please.
yeah, I feel like it's kind of a dying thing. I don't know if you guys do. I guess just
Halloween?
yeah. Like, do you think kids still trick or treat?
I need to have like nieces and nephews or like my own children, like, because we don't go around like with unless you're like babysitting or something.
Yeah.
Right.
But like we're not around kids really anymore, so it's like
I asked my brothers, and they didn't really like give a shit. So like,
really.
and,
Oh, that's sad.
What?
right? Like
Wait, how old are they?
Jack's in 6th grade, Henry's in 4th.
They should still be doing it.
I mean,
Yeah, easily.
yeah. I mean, they should be, but like,
When
Dude,
did you
I-
guys stop? I was like in middle
like
school. And I was
7th
still
grade.
I think I stopped 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
I think it must have been 8th grade because I was with Jacob and Mitchell, and us three were like friends in 7th and 8th
I stopped
grade.
like sophomore year of high school.
Damn. Yeah, no, I stopped.
I guess it just depends what my friends were doing too.
I just felt too old after 8th grade. I was just kind of like,
Yeah, I should probably clarify. I did have like friends that like, because like there was this one chick I was dating at the time, and so like me, her, and my friend Nick Ozzy, we just went around the neighborhood a little bit. And just everybody was like, "Aren't you guys like even in costume?" And we're just like, "Yes."
you're those, you're the punks.
Yes.
But they were just like, you know what? You could be out, getting drunk, chugging beer from your butt, or just doing something. So just here's a piece of candy. Thanks for being a good citizen.
And being a good citizen.
So I'm just like,
I'll
thanks.
give
got
you a junior mint box.
You could be killing.
Dude, Junior Mints kind of
You could be
slap.
stealing.
They do.
I don't think I've ever tasted a junior. Mint. Yeah.
I talk about the ones that are like covered in like.
It's like the chocolate and it just has the mint like filling inside of it.
Speaking of
Okay, what's the-
Seinfeld.
It's like a very airy.
Aren't there like these little like chocolate drops that have like these like white little specks on them? Is that what?
Oh,
that's
snowballs.
snow
Snowballs.
caps.
Okay.
Snow caps?
Snow caps,
Snow
yes,
caps.
because
Snow
snowballs
Snowball
are the
is,
hostess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie,
Don't trigger
Zombie
Woody
Land.
Harrelson.
Yeah.
Just watch it.
Yeah, snowballs because
Fucking
it's like the
snowballs.
it's like the snow pack is like the semi chocolate, right? It's kind of tastes weird.
Yeah, it's like a bittersweet chocolate.
Yeah, it's like bittersweet. It's not like your actual like traditional chocolate.
Yeah.
But dude, I just like want to just go trick or treating. You guys want to go trick or treating right now?
Why
Honestly,
not?
I'm thinking about just like getting like a bag of candy for like the kids in the like apartment complex, and then just like
Fingers
And then
crossed that
steal their
nobody
bag?
comes. Dude, that'd be great. Trick or treat, grab it, like push their head, grab the bag, and close the door.
Bye. Have a nice night.
Do it.
I might.
Well, any more thoughts on trick or treating in general? Were you guys? Were you ever a tricker?
Not really.
A trigger? No.
No, it's too mean. Like,
We weren't. I just.
Here we go.
I was thinking of the. It's kind of like around the same area.
Oh, no.
Black Friday night. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh boy.
So me, Andrew, and Mitchell went to Black Friday shopping, and like we finished, and we were just like,
mind you, we're like,
this was like
Juniors?
Senior year? No, this was like senior year.
God,
dude.
we're immature. Okay.
Oh God. Seniors.
And so
Here it comes.
we were just bored, and like we still kind of wanted to hang out. The night was young. We're seniors. We're
Yeah.
graduating in a few months.
We did all our shit. We did our shopping. So we go to 7-Eleven and buy some eggs.
Yeah.
We
Damn kids.
we drive by Jacob's house and Mitchell throws like 2 eggs at his door. I egg an oncoming van.
Oh my god, did you really?
You don't remember
I
that?
forgot about that.
And
Dude, the person at 7-Eleven totally knew what we were doing too.
and yeah, it was
Eggs at a 7-Eleven?
it was like 11:30 at night or some fucking.
They
Three
just kind of like looked at us
kids.
and they're just like, I don't care enough. I work at 7-Eleven.
But then this was the big one. It's mean, but it's also hilarious what I do. So we drive up to this. I'm not going to say his name. We drive up to this car that the guy we knew. He previously He previously won $10,000 at a
Like a
football
few years
game.
ago. It was the freshman year.
Yeah, it was freshman year. He
was
won
like a
10,000.
raffle?
Yeah, he won $10,000. And
Are
then
we
he,
sure that he doesn't listen to these?
probably not. And he
Fucking
just
hate this kid.
kind of became the biggest asshole after he won that money.
I mean,
Like,
not even after that. Like, he was just a fucking
Oh, it was a kid
douche.
that won it?
he was our grade.
Oh my
He had
God.
such a high opinion of himself.
Yes, he was an artist.
Like before the 10,000, or like it got worse
all
after the 10,000?
all together, probably.
Yeah, but like once he got the 10,000, like you saw like his clothes style, his like he had all the cool shit now, and so I just never liked the kid. Every time I saw him, I was like, I fucking hate you. And so I knew where he lived, and I was like, dude, let's go egg his fucking car. So we have like 10 eggs, and we annihilate his car. They annihilate his car because I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and they drive up next to it. So the driver and the person behind the driver are doing it, and I'm just sitting here bored. So I have one egg, and I'm like, I want to participate. And I throw it trying to aim through the window, and I hit the top of Mitchell's roof. So the egg cracks inside his car.
Oh,
You ruined the party.
It was fucking hilarious.
Why didn't you just like get out the window and like?
I don't know. I thought I could do it.
showing off the arm.
The best part
Oh yeah.
was that after that night, we wake up in the morning to our group messages, and I forgot who, but somebody posted a screenshot of a Facebook status of the kid's car that we just egged. He's like, how immature, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah, he said like Happy Thanksgiving to you too, asshole, or something like that.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And then
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Black
like-
Friday.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, it's like I said, like,
It's like fall stuff. And then
Gotcha.
one last thing about this. We obviously our friends found out that we went egging, so Jacob obviously knew that we egged his house, and it was cold that night, so the eggs froze to the front of the house.
No.
So Jacob's mom was just like, Mitchell, you're gonna get your ass over here, and you're gonna clean this.
and he
and-
still did it for like a few weeks.
Yeah, he held off for a while, but then one day like she like saw him, and she's like, get over here, and it was great. Like he had like a bucket and scrub, and he was just like going at it. Oh, it was hilarious.
What did you do to Jacobs, Mitchell?
I don't know. Yeah, he wanted to do it. I remember I was like, no, but
Because we all had one target. I feel like you had somebody too. I feel like you had somebody
Spike.
too.
I did.
Because like I feel like I picked him. I almost said his
did?
name.
I don't know. Anyways, it was fun.
Him.
Fun memories. We did a lot of stupid shit when we were in high school.
Yeah, we did.
Once you get the driver's license, you're a fucking idiot.
And then Mitchell spent like 20 minutes making out with.
Oh my god.
Well, we were just in the car, like, guys, just look at the movies. Oh my god, can't wait to watch this.
Yeah, that was
What is
weird.
going on?
Sorry, we're just
It's
reminiscing.
a
Yeah,
blast
sorry.
of nostalgia right here.
Anyways,
What did you do, Connor? Did you do anything? Any trickster
Yeah.
things
Illegal
around
things?
the year?
It's not illegal.
It's pretty
I mean,
illegal.
have you done any illegal things?
Technically, yeah.
Oh my god, officers arrest him.
this is live, right?
He's done some illegal things on.
Christmas
That's
and
true.
watching.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was alluding to. But in terms of trickster things,
Hey, did you guys ever?
not really.
Fuck, what's it called? Ding Dong Dash.
Ding dong ditch.
Ditch.
Ding dong dash.
It's like a video game.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Ding dong ditch.
I
did a few
I've
times.
done that before.
Yeah, I did that when I was like in elementary school.
But I've never egged or paper, rolled at someone's house,
Like it
Oh
just
my gosh,
sounds
we-
so
we
like
did the
bad
tree.
when you're doing it.
Did you
but,
treat
like
Oh, no.
oh the
Did
TP?
you
Yeah,
TP
for
someone?
it was for a movie.
Oh,
But it was that was like my one and only time like TPing a tree.
heaving fucking.
And then we had to clean it up, so it
toilet
wasn't as
paper.
fun.
Yeah.
It's like thinking back about like doing that. It's like from the other perspective, opening a door and seeing kids run away. I don't care.
Right?
But like when you're the kids, you're like they're gonna be so mad.
Oh
They're
my
gonna
God,
call the
call
cops.
Yeah.
Unless
Who
like
cares?
you open the door and then there's nobody there and you're terrified of like your doorbell going off when nobody's there.
Yeah,
So
if it's
then,
like really late at
Like
night,
someone's
too.
PS4 that just goes
yeah.
off.
What if it
randomly?
is like at like
At like 1 a.m.
1 a.m. or something?
That'd be scary.
Okay, maybe.
And then that's a little, and like they don't do just, they go like ding 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 ding, and then they run away, and you're just like,
No, because like at that point I'm like, okay, that's a ding dong dasher. But if like they're just like ding dong,
Oh,
Yeah,
what
if
if-
it was like a long one, like ding,
Dude, yeah, with the
Or is
fucking
different when they
Babadook.
like bang on the door like aggressively.
yeah.
yeah, if they bang on the
Like a
door,
cop.
fuck that shit, dude.
that'd be scary.
Nah, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Caleb, you?
I remember busting my ass because you know how like the tiny trees they use the wires to keep it straight. I remember hitting a doorbell and then sprinting it like in their backyard or something.
That's funny.
I didn't do it, but I was with a group of people that made a penis out of cookie dough
Oh,
and then put it on my neighbor's car.
just the
That's
cookie
a
dough,
waste
like
of cookie
raw.
dough.
Yeah, it was a waste of cookie dough.
Don't you put like, if you put bologna or some kind of lunch meat
Pizza,
or something, like it will rip the paint off the car.
Oh, that's
something
so-
like that.
That
Shitty
sucks.
people.
But the cookie dough was good as we were eating it for the shape.
Fair enough. I would just want to eat the entire thing, but I
You
guess
can't
once
eat
you
too much cookie dough.
Oh, fucking watch me.
I'll get you two if you eat the whole
Just
thing.
Matt's like on the car.
if you eat the whole thing, I'll buy you another one.
Bet.
Then you have to eat that
Dude,
one.
I used to
I'd do
go to the
that.
grocery store and buy a tube of cookie dough just because I was craving cookie dough.
In one sitting, though.
Oh, dude,
Probably
your-
throughout,
your
like, the entire
stomach's
day.
gonna- yeah,
No,
your
No,
stomach's
one
gonna-
sit.
That's
like
what
you,
we're talking about,
You
one
sit.
sitting.
We put a movie on. That better be done by the fucking end of the movie. And I'm gonna pick the shortest movie I own.
That's not fair.
Watch Halloween like 90 minutes,
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, there we go.
20 minutes.
Before we move on, I haven't even said my favorite candy. Rude.
Oh, how does
I don't
it
think
feel?
Caleb has either.
No. I
Oh, we just got
kinda
like
like
totally sidetracked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where did we go? Did we do like the bucket and then we did like
That one the candy.
We-
That
we
Snapple
talked
Fast
about
back to
candy.
candy.
we just did Halloween?
Go ahead,
like,
man.
Yeah,
general.
just
You
how.
go ahead.
Shoot. Candy corn.
Oh,
That's your
Been
favorite.
busting out the candy corn for this year.
Connor just found his
one
new
for that.
love.
I love candy
Yeah.
corn now. It's a
Now,
my
can
long
you do
lost
candy
love.
pumpkins?
No, I
I
probably
was
cannot
telling-
eat
I was
that.
telling
Yeah,
you,
that's
yeah.
a lot of sugar.
Jolly Ranchers are always great. And then obviously the giant candy bars.
Least favorite?
Whoppers.
You know, I
I
Whoppers.
don't like Whoppers. I don't really like malt chocolate.
See,
That's fine.
I like the satisfaction of just like kind of like sucking on it and then you just kind of crush it. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
It's just like
Milk duds,
cereal.
I love the thought of them.
I
But
know,
if you
milk
have
duds are
like
so
if you have like too
Favorite
many,
theater candy.
you die. But
Dude, I will go through a whole box, no problem. Like not even the little box, like the big one that's meant to be saved for later.
oh, like
Yeah.
the carton
I'm going
kind of
through
like
that,
the
yeah.
milk carton kind
Like
of
at
thing.
the
The one
That's
that's
like-
that big.
that's my mom's favorite candy.
Milk
Milk
duds.
That's my least favorite candy.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Okay, that makes sense when you're around it all the time.
it's like you said, like, no, it's not even that. It's just, you know, it's like you said, like, you know, if you just like pop a handful in your mouth,
It's over.
you're,
It's like a strange
like
chocolate.
cement
Yeah.
in your
It's a
mouth.
great like jawline workout. It defines your jawline.
dude. Yeah, because I'm just like,
I do love
as the caramel, just like
the caramel apple suckers though.
ooh.
never
Those are-
really a
Ne-
big fan
do
of those.
not.
No.
I don't
No.
remember those.
The few times that I've smoked marijuana in my life, do not buy a whole bag of those because I thought I was gonna die. It's like it would just get stuck in my teeth, and I'm just like this for like 10 minutes, and then I'm okay. And then I eat another one, rinse and repeat.
Oh fuck that! That sounds
boy.
terrifying.
God, they were so delicious. And then what else? Oh, the old lady candies, like butterscotch.
Yeah.
The little, I like them now, but like the watermelon, the ones that look like
Those
little
are good.
strawberries, they're good now.
Those
But
are
I did
actually
not
pretty
enjoy them
good.
as kid.
Do you guys like the root beer barrels?
I don't like root beer.
Not
Yeah, not a
really.
big root beer guy.
No. All right, so your least favorite. What's your favorite though?
Reese's.
Oh, duh.
It's
Reese's
hard.
cups. I
It's-
mean, just like, you know, the fun size because you're just like, bit off, take out the paper, unravel like the little brown paper.
Little.
You did that too.
You got like so intimate, like you're undressing like
Oh my
your
lord.
girlfriend.
Dude, 'cause no, it's literally just like
Hello,
it's probably my favorite candy because it's
Reese.
wrapped just like a Christmas present. It's just it's neatly folded. guys.
Damn, I don't think we love candy as much as Matt does.
I don't love. Okay, well, I do love candy. My mom had a major sweet tooth when she was pregnant.
Dude, that's
with
just
me.
how good Reese's are.
That too.
Have you done the double, like the giant stuffed ones? I've been eager
That's a
to
lot
try
of peanut
those.
butter.
Yes, not terrible.
Mm.
Not the greatest thing.
You got the ones recently
I
with
just think
the
the
Reese's
ratio-
Pieces in it, right?
I don't
Yeah, have you
Like
tried
the cup?
those?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the cup with the Reese's Pieces in it.
It's like I said, yeah, they're not terrible, not great, because it's just kind of
I
like
think it's too much.
the texture just kind of throws you off because like you bite into it and you expect it all to be soft,
Yeah,
and then it's just like, oh,
I think the ratio is perfect with the minis and the regular size.
yeah.
Have you tried the chocolate bar with the M&Ms in it before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the
Like, right, I
M&M,
came out, we
like,
tried it.
like it was like,
Like the M&M candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
those
They
are
brought
pretty
that
cool.
back.
Yeah,
Really?
we saw it for the advertisement for the Super Bowl, and then
Right.
Caleb and I were at Walmart, and we were just like, all right, let's buy
Wait,
one.
didn't you get like a different flavor?
I got
regular.
the Crunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got like the.
Yeah, Crunch is your
Do you
favorite.
like
You haven't
Crunch
brought up Crunch
bars?
at all.
Oh yeah, I guess I really
Crunch is
did.
always a good one.
A chocolate bars would probably be Crunch for me if I had to do
Has
chocolate.
anyone tried like the giant candy bars that you get from like a candy store?
No.
Like in Chicago,
Well, I don't know about that.
like the bricks.
Like Cracker Barrel has like massive.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah.
massive ones.
I got a Snickers bar. Literally, it was the size of my forearm.
That's ridiculous.
Like I placed it on my forearm, and I'm
Oh
like,
my
"Son
God.
of a bitch!" It took me a few days to eat. Like,
Imagine how it would look if you ate it in one sitting. Just
Yeah, it's in your body now.
Should
yeah.
we just do a time lapse? But instead of doing the Snickers, we get just the two giant Reese's cups, and I'm just like, ah.
Should we do that for a challenge video? Like
Oh, God,
Snickers,
dude, you guys are gonna throw
Reese's. I'm sure they have a Crunch bar.
Oh dude, I would die.
Like I know
Can
they
you
have a giant
imagine a
Reese's,
Reese's
or I'll do the
bar?
Snickers.
My
and you do the
teeth would
Reese's.
just be
Okay.
hurting.
Since you've already
so
done the
bad.
Stickers.
My teeth are just hurting right now thinking about
I
that.
need like a
We
gallon
got like a
of
fork
water.
and a knife, a steak knife.
Make s'mores with the gigantic.
You guys just want to
bar.
go get them anyways.
Let's just do it. Novelty.
Bet.
Okay. Well, that was fun. Hearing your description of
Favorite
Reese's.
candies.
Yeah, that was some good shit. Do you
God,
guys?
that was so fun.
Actually, before we continue, since we're on the topic of candy, I want. How did you guys eat your Halloween candy? Like, you know, because like for me,
with my mouth.
thank you. So if like for me, you know, I would go through like all the
I was
chocolate
not
stuff
proud of it.
first, and then I would like start in the sweet tarts and sweet tarts are also fucking
Sweet
good.
tarts are good.
Like like the
underrated.
sweeter candy, and then I would
Yeah.
be like, okay, what is left that I don't really like, but I would go for? And that's when I would get like the 6-pack or the sweet pack or whatever the hell it is, the off-brand M&Ms.
Sixlets.
Oh, six.
I don't know the name of
The
them.
six
Six
pack.
pack.
Six pack.
Um,
You definitely needed like a rotation of like
Yeah,
fruit to
I
chocolate.
I mixed like some good with some bad in like one sitting, so like I'm not just left
Oh,
with
okay.
the bad at the end.
nah, I would always
Now-
just,
Because like I
Were you? Did
can
you
get
try to
stuck.
save it as long as possible, or did you kind of eat it as
It would
fast
last
as
like a
possible?
month for me,
I would try to go for like a month too. Like,
like 2 Thanksgiving. Is a
I
good
would
stretch.
definitely take
Poor guy.
like a small,
He's
or like just like a handful, or just
No, he
like
never
quite a
do
few
that. pieces
pieces, and be like, yeah, snack time.
now, since you had
Did anybody's
siblings, did
parents-
you guys? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you have to fight to survive?
Oh no, I just stole. I
Oh,
thought you were
no.
gonna ask if I stole my siblings' food.
Oh hell yeah, I did.
I absolutely did. Ashley and
No
Mom, if you're listening to
shame.
this, I am sorry.
Yeah, Peyton, if you're watching, I definitely stole a lot of your candy when we were little. I'm sorry.
I would just like take like a few beats. Like, oh, she doesn't.
Like
need
if she had a
that.
Kit Kat, I'm like,
Bye bye.
Yeah. And then I
Sorry.
would like shake up the bag a little bit, so like it didn't really look like I took anything.
she got the bag.
Did anybody's like parents like try to govern candy at all?
My parents did.
What
Try
do
to
you
give
mean?
it like give you some, hold it back. Like I know my aunt and
Oh,
uncle
no.
would like put it in a jar in the kitchen, and they'd have to like throughout the next few months. They
That's
could
the
only, like,
responsible thing to
yeah.
do. Yeah.
My
I mean-
mom she would trust me, but like sometimes like I think some years I probably was a little worse than others, so she would
Yeah.
take it away from
You have
me.
to call in sick next day because you ate all the
Like,
candy and you're
the
super
worst
sick.
stomach ache ever.
Oh god, I couldn't even imagine.
What's everyone's thoughts on the Jimmy Kimmel bit of parents
Oh,
acting like they ate all the
Yeah,
candy?
Oh
I
yeah,
hate that.
that's a
It's a
little-
good
It was
bit
okay
first.
at first, but it's so.
But it's Jimmy
overdone.
Kimmel, and
Yeah,
it's like-
it's Jimmy Kimmel.
All right, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's not that. I don't find it that funny.
I wouldn't do that.
Because
pretty
they do
sad
that
at
with
this point.
Christmas too, right? They're like, oh,
Something like
you
that,
didn't
yeah.
get what you wanted. You got an avocado. Sorry. It's an avocado.
Like, what's with that generation wanting to make your kid sad?
Right. It's just.
Record your kid crying.
Yeah, they just want to get famous from torturing their kids.
Their minute of fame since
Yeah.
America's Funniest Home Video
Like
is
that one.
Do
around.
they still do that?
Still around.
It is,
Oh,
Weren't- you
wow.
were
but
the one
not
that showed
fucking
me-
Bob Saget. I'm
The
not
guy
watching
who does
it.
the Carlton.
Well,
Full House does
Bob Saget and
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yes.
Yes.
who is the second guy? I can never remember his name.
Oh, he's on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
what's
I
his
never
name?
watched Bob Saget's American.
no,
Or
dude, I
what's
love
his
Bob
name?
Saget.
It's like Tom
Tom Bergeron.
Bergeron.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Nice. We're on.
I
top
also
of these
watched
names.
him too. Dude, I loved
He was good.
I
That's-
loved
he is.
America's Funniest
Yep,
Home
Tom
Videos.
Bergeron. Love the dude.
Oh, God.
And then
We're
now
good. We're
is
good.
Carlton still hosting?
I'm
it?
I think
pretty
yeah.
sure. It's all ABC people, so they just keep doing that.
It's
I
not
think it's on
as
ABC
bad as
Family
with
now.
him, but it does. There is a little bit of genuineness that doesn't feel like is there.
I think it's
Like it
just the
feels a little more
nostalgia.
forced. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you watch it today, it's just not gonna feel the home videos aren't gonna
Yeah,
feel
because
as
everyone
the
fact
has
same.
that
phones
was-
now.
That was the
Yeah.
only way
Yeah.
you could watch funny videos.
Yeah,
Now we have-
Yeah,
YouTube
because-
wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
you know.
because families would just like tape their kids doing shit, and then you
Yeah.
would catch something like, "Oh my god, what did my kid just do?"
Dude,
So
I
that's
remember
why
that
why it
being
was
like
funny.
an event. Like my whole family would sit down to watch that.
Well, my mom doesn't.
Yeah,
like
it's
those
kind of
shows,
interesting
so-
how you look at it. Is like that was like the only way to like watch kind of just funny raw stuff. Like
yeah, because
now there's so many.
And it was safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You never had to risk anything. Nothing was bad.
No
I mean,
one
it-
like
if anything,
broke
they
their
would
leg.
beep anything if like if
What was
somebody did swear. But
MTV had a show where they show like skating injuries and stuff like that.
oh, that's it's kind of like Tosh.0, right? The style of it.
ridiculousness.
Yeah, is it ridiculous?
No, there's one
I
like
hate that
dedicated
show.
just to
I
like
know.
injuries
Hmm.
of
Totally
like
ripped
doing
off
tricks and
Tosh.
whatnot. And I think they would like even like examine
I feel
like what kind of breaks they were. It was
when you just said that, I just thought of Deadliest Warrior.
Deadliest Warrior.
That's a
I was
fucking
like the
good
modern
show.
stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, seeing a Spartan go up against a samurai is cool.
when they do like the Irish army versus
but then like seeing like the SEAL team go up
Al
against like
Qaeda.
yeah, you're just like
Or the Halloween one where it's like like 1,000 zombies versus like 3 vampires or something.
I'm still not
I
over
haven't
the
seen
fact
that
that a
one.
pirate would beat a ninja. That's bullshit.
Do you know what we're talking
Spike.
about?
No,
No,
it's
you
on
never.
MTV.
No, Spike.
Spike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just these 3 dudes, and they would take a Spartan, and who did the Spartan go up against?
I don't
What is
remember.
the show called?
Deadliest Warrior?
Deadliest Warrior. So you would take 2 different Deadliest Warriors from different time periods, and then you would put them through these like 3 or 5 tests to see how their weapons, their combat, like their abilities, agility, all that, and then they would like do this dramatic reenacting. They
Yeah,
would
like,
like
they
put
would
all
take-
the numbers in the software.
Yeah.
But then they would put those numbers and put it into a dramatic reenacting, and then the whole time you're just like, oh my god, who's gonna win? Oh, like the pirate just used like his smoke bomb. He's not gonna have another one of those or something.
Yeah, that
like-
was always the tell. Is like who ran out of there. with
yeah,
their
who ran out of
weapons.
their weapons first. But it was a fun. It was kind of violent too, like in a goofy way.
Yeah.
But
1,001 Ways to Die.
oh yeah,
Oh, dude, yeah,
that's a
was ways
goofy
to
one
die.
right there.
Yeah.
I remember the one that always feared me was
Ron
the person
Perlman.
that got. He was in like a jacuzzi and he
Yes.
got, yes,
The hot tub.
yes,
Yes, and he stayed in. He slept. Right.
that fucked me
That's
up,
scary.
dude. That,
Yeah.
that
Oh, it was like
scary.
a couple.
That's like the
Like they were
only one I
drinking.
watched.
Really, that is
Yeah.
weird.
That is
I watched
weird.
quite a bit of
I was
that.
like, I wonder if he's gonna say it. I did.
The slip and slide in the construction zone sticks with me.
I don't know if I remember that
Like
one.
Like a drunk. It's always a drunk couple. Like they
Yeah,
went
they're
to a
always
house that was
intoxicated.
renovating with a pool, and they just made a slip and slide with a tarp, and there's just a loose nail just poking through the slip and slide.
Fuck, that sounds
Yep.
familiar now.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
god.
And of course, it was at the very beginning.
It's like some A Quiet
Ah.
Place shit right there.
No, thank you.
But wait, where's
Ow.
Quiet Place 2? Get hype.
Yeah, John. You
Hmm.
gotta pull through there.
It's safe to say we're done with candy.
Yeah, I think we all candy.
That
Yeah.
was a good- that was
I
a
think we
good
just want to go
Halloween
buy candy now.
Yeah.
Candy cord is almost gone.
Do you guys want to do movies or TV shows?
Are we saving memories for last?
Yes.
Yes.
Memories, traditions for last.
Are those the only 3 we have left?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Well,
I do have a
Wanna
small
do
segment
TV
for video
shows
games.
first, then?
What's up?
I do have a small segment for video games because I'm sure you guys will jump in for video games as well.
Mm-hmm. I guess yeah. We'll do TV
So Carl, you can
shows,
take a pee break.
TV shows, video games, movies, and traditions.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody get your TV shows out. Kind of just maybe go like. I guess I'll just start with one of them. I'll do the one since you brought it up. I think Caleb is the only one here that is a Friends
Oh,
fan.
right. Okay, cool.
Matt has never watched it. Connor despises it.
You could sit that one out.
And did you have this one?
It's not like it's an American classic or anything. No, I did not.
No. So it's
classic.
called The One with the Halloween Party. And this episode is just so fucking funny because like Chandler dresses up as like a pink bunny and he keeps making his sex face, but everybody he's in denial that it's his sex face. They're already saying it's his sex face. Yeah. And then Rachel she's handing out candy to like little kids and she starts running out of candy, so she gives one kid money. So then that kid goes and tells all the other kids that she's handing out money.
Yeah,
so then
that's
she
kinda
gets
funny.
hustled by them and handing them money.
What'd you say? It was.
It's a funny idea. Don't know if it was executed well.
It's just it's a really funny episode. I love it. It's just and like Ross is in like an armadillo outfit. Like it's just,
I think I know. Of
yeah,
that
it's
episode,
just
yeah.
it's a funny episode. So that's one of my favorites.
Did you also have that on yours?
No, I did not.
Ooh.
All right, so that's good. That's good. All right, Connor, you can go.
Classic that I'm sure some of you might have is Charlie Brown. That's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie
No.
Brown.
it
Didn't
was,
have
it was
that?
too obvious. That's why I didn't pick
Okay,
it.
yeah. So that's one of the
It's a
few.
good one.
I don't watch a lot of TV, so but that's the one that me and my mom would watch every year because we're big Charlie Brown fans. And so yeah, that's probably like I'd say that's better than the Christmas one.
I've always liked it more than the Christmas one.
The
The
Christmas one is nice.
It's
but
nice, but yeah, I think the Great Pumpkin is
It's funnier and like
more
it's-
creative.
Yeah, because I think the Christmas one was the first one.
That makes
So
sense.
and then Halloween was second, but yeah, that's always a go-to with like me and my family. So looking forward to watching.
You ever
it when I
watched
go
the
back home.
Thanksgiving one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't think my mom liked it that much, but like
I
as
feel
a
like
kid,
that
I
one's
watched
always
it a
been like
lot,
the more
so-
iconic one
Really?
out of the three.
I think it's always been the Christmas one. I feel.
A lot of people go
That
to
tree.
Valentine's Day sometimes.
I don't know if I've
and,
ever
that
seen the
one's okay.
Valentine's Day.
It's not that great.
But
There's a Columbus Day one.
I love the movie. Has anybody seen the movie?
The new one?
Yeah, the
like
Blue
Peanuts,
Sky.
The Peanuts
Yeah,
movie?
the Peanuts movie.
Mhm.
It's very wholesome. I liked it.
Sweet.
The Peanuts movie. That's what you're saying. Okay.
The Peanuts movie?
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it's very nice. Classic.
Classic. Just get that one out of the way.
I always remember watching James and the Giant Peach on Halloween.
Ooh.
I don't know why.
Dude, yeah.
Always a
Forgot
low
about
key
that
scary movie. As a kid, at least, but
It's
fun.
a
I'm really
good
surprised that hasn't like some studio hasn't tried to remake that.
I hope they God, I hope not.
one. Yeah, why would
Knock
you just
on
say
wood.
that?
That's stop
I mean, it's gonna
motion, right?
happen. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that Tim Burton? Did he
Partial
produce that or
live
he didn't
action.
direct
If
it?
anything,
motion.
he,
Probably produced.
if anything, he produced that. He definitely didn't
Yeah.
direct it.
Just really good.
It's
Older
what's
movie.
the author?
James
No.
John Dahl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl.
Yeah, Roald Dahl. Yeah, it's his
a weird
story.
name.
Yeah, I loved it. My favorite character, probably be the grasshopper. I always
Yeah.
liked him, like the scene when he has the violin
Mm-hmm.
and they're just hanging on top of the peach, and yeah, it's
I really want to watch that movie now.
it's a good
Right.
movie. It's a good movie.
That's yeah.
Just haven't seen it in so long.
I don't really remember a whole lot of Halloween events for TV, so that's why I really didn't write anything down. But one that definitely comes to mind is Happy Halloween, the King of the Hill special, where some Christian lady convinces the town to like ban Halloween. So Hank puts on his like 30 years old like devil costume, so like his beer belly's hanging out, and he's just like marching down the street, he's like trick or treat, and like everyone just like kind of like, you know what, fuck it, and starts joining him. It was just a really funny episode. I love King of the Hill.
King of the Hill's great. It's a legend. One I had, it was like a TV movie. Any of you guys watch House of Mouse growing up on Disney Channel?
Little
Kind
bit.
of.
Yeah.
I remember it, but I couldn't
I
tell you.
fucking love that show, and I hope it's on Disney Plus. Cause that's like the
I'm
first.
sure.
It's like the first thing I'm probably gonna watch when we get that.
Have they announced all their like Disney Channel stuff? And
They
stuff
have.
Like that?
I just
Okay.
haven't really looked into it.
It's a long list.
It's a long
so-
list. But they did a TV movie where it's called House of Villains, and at the beginning of the
I
episode,
think I remember that.
all the villains take over the club, and like Mickey and the gang gets shoved into like a closet
Oh,
or something, and the villains are the host, and they show all the stuff, and it's like Hades, Jafar, and I loved it because they were some of my favorite cartoons. Like my favorite classic Donald Duck cartoon is the gorilla outfit. Have you guys seen that one? Where Huey, Dewey, and Louie have this gorilla costume, and Donald is listening to the radio, and that this mad gorilla broke out of the zoo, and so they're scaring Donald with their outfit, but then the actual gorilla shows up and it's just shenanigans. It's great. I love that one.
Why does that remind me of the gorilla in SpongeBob?
Oh, dude, that's creepy.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
But so I love the house of villains. I love that shit. So
One of the few TV shows I actually really loved, like middle school. I watched this like religiously in middle school. Was That 70s Show, and they had a really good Halloween episode where like
where it was the
Fez is the only one that like dresses up, and he's like they're like going around with him.
It's a whole bunch of different takes on Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah,
Yes,
Hitchcock
that was a
films.
good one.
So you gotta watch
That's
that.
cool.
It's like Vertigo,
The
Rear
Birds.
Window, The Birds, like
so his
Psycho.
like his most
So
famous.
his most
one.
famous.
Yeah.
But it's really funny in terms of like what characters link up with which.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's goofy.
Vertigo was my
obviously.
favorite one because it was just such.
It's Eric.
It was such bad. Like you could just tell he's on the table and then the camera's over him. He's just
Yeah. Yeah.
like, he just like
so
faints and they're
funny.
just like, stop doing that.
I
like-
missed
it's
that
like, what
show,
are you doing?
man. That show was so
So yeah,
good.
that episode's awesome. So I really enjoyed
Since
that.
I actually really love that episode too. And since we're on the topic of it, I love the part where Hyde sneaks into Mr. Pinciotti's house. It's been a long time since I've seen the show.
Bob.
Yes. And he's like, he grabs some beers and he's like, and Fez is like, oh, Hyde's such a goofball. And he's like, wait, what's he doing? Oh, he mooned me.
Because Fez gets hurt, right? And then he's in the wheelchair and
Yeah.
he's the rear window.
And so they're like watching to like try to
So
see
it was
Miz.
Bob,
Yeah.
a Midge.
Midge, yeah.
is like get undressed and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
The
Good episode.
Pinciottis.
Yeah,
Such a fun last
Bob,
name.
Donna, and Midge.
Mm.
So yeah, good episode.
Good
That
episode.
70s Show.
There you go.
I haven't seen the SpongeBob Halloween episode in a long time.
Which one?
Where he's the
There's got to be
brain.
more.
There's that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
There's the Gary one.
The Gary one.
It's like I was a teenage Gary. He turns into Gary. Do you remember that episode?
What the
Kind
fuck?
of, yeah.
So I was talking to Andrew because like obviously
Is
like
this a new episode?
this was season 1.
What?
Yeah, it got paired with the Brain episode.
Yeah, I wrote down it's Scaredy Pants
Scaredy
Yeah.
Pants.
because that is the introduction of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was season
you remember
1.
when SpongeBob shaved like his whole body off?
His
and
whole
he was
body
the
is just
brain?
his eyes.
But like
and
you
the
don't
brain.
you don't know that
Ghost.
until the very end.
Yeah, 'cause he's
Like,
dressed as a ghost.
He's dressed
so
as a
he's-
ghost, and at the very end, everybody's at the Krusty Krab, and he's like, "What are you
That's
guys
really-
looking at?"
That's really scary.
It was terrifying.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, that was one of my favorite ones growing up as a kid.
But I was telling Andrew, sorry to cut you off, but so I was telling Andrew like I watch SpongeBob all the time, but they wouldn't show those episodes like in syndication until
Which is
holidays.
So lame.
Because like I never watched like the Christmas episode unless it was on Christmas. So that was the same with Halloween. They would never show those. So that's why it's like I'm not too fond of those because I don't remember watching them as much.
The
as the
SpongeBob Christmas episode was always like an event.
because it was really
It was
long too. It was
great,
like
yeah.
30+ minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I always love
Santa's
those.
coming.
My
tonight.
favorite, one of my favorite SpongeBob episodes that you could only watch, I'm pretty sure, on Valentine's Day, was the one where it's like the Valentine's Day episode. I'm pretty sure, and then the next one is where it's just the music and sound effects, and it's the leaf blower episode.
Oh yeah.
That got paired up with that one.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I remember it was like
okay.
the only time I would ever see it. Is 'cause
I
That
think
was
it's
like
called
an
Leaf
in
Blower.
betweener too.
it was like a
very
shorter,
short.
yeah, it was like a 5-minute kind of thing. But I just love it so much because it's just kind of fun, you know. It's just the two of them and just their noises and grunts and
And isn't
It's
that like
just
the
music,
least
yeah.
watched one?
probably.
Yeah. Specifically because
was
of that?
the first one after Help Wanted. So that was like the second episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that one was usually paired up with Tea at the Tree Dome when they go to Sandy's place for the first time.
Oh, that's a fucking scary episode. The
When
hibernation.
They're like dying.
The hibernation.
Oh, the hibernation one?
Oh, dude, Fat Sandy scared the shit
I
out
think.
of me.
Which one is that called? I think it is called something hibernation or something. Like that.
Like that episode was
Who you
just
call Pinhead?
terrifying, especially like I don't know, just like the atmosphere when it was quiet and like they like you knew she was angry and she was
Sandy's
asleep.
like buff as shit.
Yeah,
She's
like-
like the Cloverfield monster.
Yeah,
When they
Also-
like wax her.
Oh,
And just like the fact that like they're like
Like,
stuck
there
inside of
was
like a winter.
tension.
yeah. It's like a blizzard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Patrick goes to the door. Open sesame.
Open sesame.
I
His
tried.
face. And wasn't that only like for like a day?
Yeah,
for
I'm
them,
pretty sure
like a few hours.
Yeah, a few hours, and like they get into like the war with each other, and like it's so stupid.
Oh, like the snowball fight.
Yeah.
Well, I tried.
Matt-
Even the I Want to Go Home episode was kind of scary at the end. The chase sequence with Sandy and they're running away from her.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was like,
Dude,
ah.
Sandy's kind of a psychopath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sandy. I always think she was, as a kid, I feel like she was my least favorite character.
Really?
I don't know why.
I like the one when they're like, which is better, land animals or sea animals?
Oh, that was
Like,
yeah.
that was a funny episode.
Was that the first time they did the whole gimmick of being on land?
Maybe.
Maybe not for SpongeBob, but maybe for all of them.
I don't think that's the first time they've done like little actual sponge
Puppeteering.
and like a.
Because I remember Squidward looked terrifying.
Yeah.
He was
They
just like
did
a head
so-
and tentacles. Like
Well,
that
that's
was
a
it.
joke. They're like
Yeah,
Squidward
that's
and his
right.
friend, and they're like, he's like, what? He's like, nothing, dog. Let's just keep going.
I forgot about that. It's funny.
But and then last thing about SpongeBob, Flying Dutchman episode. Or not Flying Dutchman. Hashling Slasher episode.
Oh yes. Come on. How we?
So that's a good Halloween.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. That's the first time I've ever heard.
Over my head. For
Yeah.
years.
No idea what Nosferatu
I was like, what is that from?
So that's
But then-
another good one.
I think of the episode where they do join the Flying Dutchman
On the ship.
on the ship,
You're good.
and they.
I was just thinking about it.
SpongeBob, man. We could just. I wish David was here just for
Peak
dead
comedy.
silence from him.
Peak comedy.
That's
oh,
where
right. David doesn't.
that's where they go into the perfume like shop, right?
Wait, is that the one?
Is that?
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
it
it
is
is.
because
Because
like
they banished my favorite. My favorite part of that episode was he tosses Squidward
Yeah.
down that hole, like, and they cut to their faces, are like, it's like a bat painting of their face.
you guys just want to binge like the first like 3
Dude,
seasons. of
Thor
SpongeBob
3
right now?
stole that joke.
They did.
Oh,
They with thinking about it now with Loki falling, he's like, I've been falling for like 30 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Remember that?
Oh
I
shit!
remember that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the episode, like Squidward finally falls, and then they meet up with SpongeBob and Patrick, and like he gets thrown back into it or something.
we should just do a SpongeBob podcast.
That's one of my favorite parts
we
of the whole
should have done
series.
that for Steven.
Now that I'm
That
thinking
would
of
have been nice. Maybe for the 1 year.
Now that I'm thinking of SpongeBob, I'm thinking of Man Ray, and we saw that really cool painting of Man Ray where he looked fucking just badass. Where was that? Was that at the fair?
That was at the fair. Yeah, there was like this. It was
There's
like a.
merman.
It was like a fun house
it
or
was-
something.
oh.
No, it wasn't a fun house. It was like a kid, kind of like giant drop for like a kid though.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like there was like Spider-Man. There was like
it was like Marvel Heroes.
Wolverine. But then there was Man Ray, but he was like this gothic looking realistic like
He looked fucking
from like a Dark
badass.
Horse
Really?
comic.
I don't know why we didn't take a picture.
I don't know either. Maybe
So
I
this
did.
was- this was
Maybe
recent?
I did. Hold on, let me check.
What's
This
up?
was recent. Like,
Yeah, it was
It
like
was
a
like
few
it
weeks
was
ago.
at the
Oh, really?
the big the fair. Whatever the fair is.
here.
Yeah.
The Ackworth Fair.
No, not
Cobb
Ackworth. Like
County?
it's in Smyrna. I'm pretty sure.
They really need to make 2 comics out of 2 Nickelodeon shows: Murder Man and Barnacle Boy, and Why Have We Not Had a Crimson Chin?
The Crimson Show would be.
I could do without
Like
the
those
Crimson
could
Gin.
easily, but like you could
Like
like actual comics.
The nigga chin. The what now?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that'd be good too.
When you said lemons earlier,
Lemons.
every villain is
Lemons.
lemons.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that.
Lemons.
So more SpongeBob.
Lemons.
Do you have another one? You said you were struggling.
Yeah, I don't really remember a whole lot of Halloween specials.
Would you ever just watch Courage?
I enjoyed Courage.
Dude, okay, yes. The one with the stone tablet and the mummy out in the field.
The Curse.
That
Yeah.
shit's
What does he
scary.
say?
Return the Slab.
Return the slab.
But dude, like his animation style was just
His
like
animation was so whacked.
so just advanced. I was like,
No.
can't watch it. No, can't watch it.
Yeah, that's
That
definitely
scared me as a kid.
That was an episode that scared me.
Mm-hmm.
Just his voice was terrifying. And
Dude,
like
yeah,
the-
Kurt-
That's like one of the first episodes too.
Yeah, it was one of the earlier seasons. Yeah.
dude, I love that show.
Because that's like the go-to when you think of like Courage. A lot of people like go to that because of how just scary as shit it was.
Do you guys know that like it was based off a short that got an Oscar nomination. I'm pretty sure.
Courage?
Yeah,
Like with Muriel and Yusuf?
I think it's the one. I think it's the chickens that come from outer space. That episode, I'm pretty sure
Right. Yeah.
was nominated for an Oscar.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there an episode of Courage where Muriel's like face like melts or something like that?
Probably.
Because like I can remember, because like Muriel's like this really nice old lady.
Until
I
she turned
think-
into a little kid.
But-
More mac and cheese. More cheese. Less
Yeah,
mac.
Right here, this episode was nominated for an Oscar.
Oh.
Oh, like an episode
The
got
actual
nominated
episode?
for.
Yeah,
Now was that the original like?
I think it was like the
idea?
pilot. Yeah, it came out. That came out in
An Oscar?
'96.
You said it won an Oscar?
No, it not got nominated
okay.
for best animated short.
Dude, what was even more terrifying was the fact that Courage somehow killed him, turned him into a fried chicken. It came back as a headless fried chicken,
Yeah.
completely sentient, and would just command another army. And Courage was like, and you're just like, yeah, I feel you, Courage. Don't worry.
Dude, the computer. Like he'd always talk to the computer.
Oh yeah.
What was the noise he made? What was like the sound of his voice? Was it like a deeper male voice?
I
Yeah.
feel like it was
a
almost like
British
it was
voice.
almost like a robotic Alfred, is what I thought it would be. Yeah,
It's been a minute
Dude,
since I watched
the
Courage.
song, like the music that
it'll
would
be on
play.
HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have
Oh,
a
it goes Cartoon Network.
little whatever. Someone used that as a sample for their song. Put a beat over it.
Yes.
What's his name?
Oh, so that's the thing.
Crisis by Josiah.
Josiah. I keep wanting to say little something. Just
What
someone
is
took
it?
that song from Courage and put a beat over
oh, like
it.
the running song.
Yeah. Don't play it.
I thought it was my phone. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. All right, cut
All right,
that
let's
shit
not
out.
get copyrighted.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
that
Yeah.
one?
they're not gonna
Punch.
pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost kind of like a James Bond kind of thing. Almost. I just realized that, like a
Yeah.
kid kind of James Bond kind of feel music.
It's got like that sitar string to it. Pew, pew.
That's good shit. I love nostalgia.
Speaking of animated programs, you guys ever any Simpsons fans?
Well, I was about to bring that up.
Treehouse of Horror.
Treehouse of Horror.
You guys ever watch Simpsons?
I would say
Not a
like the
big Simpsons
first
guy.
12 Treehouse of Horrors are like
yeah,
amazing.
I don't really watch anything after the 10th season.
My favorite one is number 5 though. I wrote it down.
All right, which ones had those in there?
It's where Skinner eats all the kids. He like picks the fat kids and he's like, "Come to my office," and then he eats
Oh,
them.
that's right. Yeah. See
It's
more.
it's the episode where Homer gets the toaster that will travel him to the future, and then Ned becomes like the ultimate like ruler of the world, and like everybody dresses up as Ned. And
This is season 5.
yeah, and then obviously the Shining episode. Those are the 3 that were in that same episode. And
I
Connor,
don't remember these.
I did my research.
Okay.
I watched
Because
the
it might have been
episode.
season 6 then, because I had the first 5 in box sets. I watched those
Maybe
all the time.
I thought it was Treehouse of Horror 5.
Maybe they didn't do a Treehouse of Horror in the first
the
season.
first.
or
Maybe,
something.
I feel like they probably didn't. Yeah.
Oh well, I don't remember those
Um,
though.
But my favorite thing is because the running joke for each of those skits was Willie, the groundskeeper, would die in every episode. He was like the black guy in the first episode, like in the Shining one. He was like the guy. He like run in there, and then he got killed. And then
Well,
Maggie
really-
kills him in the toaster episode, and then Maggie like pulls out her pacifier and like says something like very demonic like to like Homer, and then I think Skinner like kills him in, and then like at that one he's like, "Why does this always happen to me?" And then he dies. Like it was just a funny running joke, and I mean The Shining is such a iconic Simpsons skit. When, especially like when he breaks it down, he's like, "Here's Johnny," and he's like, "There's nobody in the room. He's in the wrong room when he breaks it down." Like, oh, that's great. That's probably my favorite Treehouse of
What
Horror.
happened?
Toronto scored.
Do you have a favorite one or like a favorite skit you could think of, like one of the segments?
One of the really the first taste of The Simpsons I had was like in school because they showed the Raven skit
Oh,
with Bart
That's a
as the
good one.
Raven. That's a good one.
that's what I
really
love
funny.
too. Like, you know, I love the Twilight Zone, like the old TV
Yeah.
show, and they do a lot of the episodes as Simpsons spinoffs. Like
Really?
like the one where it's the little demon on the school bus rolling out the tire.
Mhm.
That's the episode with William Shatner as on the airplane
Okay.
of Twilight Zone, and there is a monster ripping off the plane engine. and so like that's like one of them. Then the one where the Krusty doll wants to kill Homer. That's an episode of the Twilight Zone where there's this doll that wants to kill the dad.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just kind of it's cool like when you watch something as a kid and then you watch something else as an adult. You're like, oh my gosh, like The Simpsons.
Yeah, they
Very
do a
bad.
lot of like adaptations of stuff in the little
Like this
segments.
most recent one's gonna be Stranger Things.
Of course.
So I just feel like the show is
dead.
The show is dead, and they're too like late now when it comes to their references.
Oh, like the references?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
references. They're just kind of like they should have done the Stranger Things one like season 2. You know,
Like 2015.
yeah, like not 4 years later when the third
Maybe
season.
they didn't want them to do a Stranger Thing
Maybe not,
or
but
something.
I'm just excited for on November 12th. Every episode will be on Disney Plus, so then I can just sit down and watch
Right.
the glory days. of The
Because
Simpsons.
FXX, they introduced this a few years ago, but they would literally run through every Simpsons
Yep.
episode in a row. So it always sucked. Like the ones that like season 6 and 7, I haven't seen yet because I didn't get those on like box sets or whatever. So like those would play at like 2 a.m. So I'm like,
I remember I would
just
always
gonna
have
record
like
those.
Yeah, would record like every
Yeah.
Simpsons episode.
Oh,
And my
dude,
mom would
it's
be
like,
like, "We
take
have
up-
to delete it all
take up all the
because you
space."
took up all the space for one show."
Yeah, it's
But-
like 200 episodes like recorded.
Do you guys have any more?
You didn't bring up Scary Godmother.
Dude.
Scary Godmother?
That's, that's more of a movie.
It's like a TV
But it
movie.
was a TV movie.
Yeah,
You can do TV movies.
yeah. I did like the Disney
No,
House of Villains,
that's
which
it.
was like a
That's
TV
it for me.
movie. That's it for you.
We'll just stay in my movies.
Okay, well, I'll just do my last one since I know nobody's gonna have this one. But the Muppet Show.
Oh, actually,
I had that too.
I can't. I was gonna say, oh, I definitely have that one too, but then I was like, fuck, wait, he said Muppets.
It's the Alice Cooper episode,
Of course it is.
and it was the first episode
It's
to
on the
actually.
Muppet Show.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's the first episode to be themed the whole way through, so like everything is Halloween,
I think I've seen that one.
and it was an introduction to a lot of like fun monster Muppets that are still around. The biggest one being Uncle Deadly. I know none of you guys know who that
I
is.
just realized
Oh,
I
I
said
actually
Giant
do.
Peach for a
up.
TV special
His-
and it's a movie.
Wife is Aunt
What's up with those bucket seats, bro?
Lively.
They're nice, dude.
Thank you,
Is that their bench?
thank you.
What the
But it was a fun episode, and
f- mind warming.
one of
that
my
bench.
favorite gifts is like one of my favorite gifts for the Muppets is from that episode where it's like Fozzie Bear like going like face palming in his head and shaking. I don't know if you guys seen that one before,
I feel like you've sent it before.
but that's from that episode, so
Nice.
at least that's fun. So, but that's it for me for TV specials.
It's a good closer.
Did anybody watch Martin Mystery before? It's from the same people that did Totally Spies.
Yes.
Not enough to probably see.
Mm-hmm. That was always a show that was more of a mature Scooby Doo.
Oh
So it was more fun seeing the monster hunting. And they would go through like time and dimensions and stuff. It's very
Interesting.
fun. And I always loved the animation style of Totally Spies. And the theme is so spooky. And cool.
Spooky.
Another blast from the past. Osmosis Jones.
Osmosis
Just
Jones.
thought of
It's a
that.
great movie.
Such a good movie.
TV show wasn't that bad. The cartoon.
I enjoyed
They
it.
have a TV
It was okay.
show?
Yeah, it did.
Cartoon
Wow.
Network or Disney?
It sounds like a Disney.
I
Yeah.
think it was a network show.
I don't
Is that
know.
right?
Either way.
Well,
Anyway,
that is it for TV specials.
shout out to Bill Murray.
Yes, Bill Murray.
Surprisingly, they couldn't afford to keep him for the
Is
cartoon.
that real? What Akshay said?
About what?
Bill Murray at the PF Chang right now.
Oh, what did he say that he's like just
Apparently-
working there as a joke?
Apparently, Bill Murray is working at the
At
PF
Hartsfield
Chang
Jackson, right?
at the airport in Atlanta right now.
Well, not
Working?
probably not right now.
Not right now, but he got hired.
Yeah.
and he's working there.
just for
the shits and giggles.
because he's Bill Murray.
So it did appear on Cartoon Network. What's up? Suck my balls.
Okay. But yeah, so fun fact: if you guys want PF Chang's, we should
Dude,
go.
honestly, I feel like
Drive to the airport.
once you're rich and famous, I kind of be like, yeah, I kind of miss working at a grocery store for a week. I'll do that for a week.
Right? That'd be kind of fun. Like
Yeah.
that'd be a fun, especially if you're like that status. Like you, like what if like you're just sitting there and then you look up and fucking Bill Murray has water for you.
They're just looking at
fucking
your
sorry.
script of a resume, and they're just like, I think you're a smidge overqualified.
Just like looking back at it.
looking back at it.
And we pay more, but you're demanding that we pay minimum wage? Okay.
Want $7.25? Okay.
Yeah, what do you do when Bill Murray brings you water? What do you
I'd
do?
be
Or
like-
he's your busboy.
I'd be like, Bill, fucking Murray.
He's like, no, I'm not Bill Murray. You just gotta get over that.
Is it the Bill Murray thing where like, if he would like steal your thing and then he would turn around and be like, no one's gonna believe you, and then walk away? Is that what
And
people
then
say
you
about
never
Bill Murray?
see him again.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I think,
or you take a picture, he takes your phone, deletes it, you're never getting this phone back.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna believe you.
I'd be like, okay, Bill Murray.
That's
And then his agent comes running back with your phone. He's like, I'm sorry, he keeps doing this.
He's just really
we
crazy.
just try to put him into a nursing home. He's kind of going crazy.
We just introduced the idea to him.
Did you want to bring up video games?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Minecraft is always a big one just because I played Minecraft for like a solid 2 years throughout high school. And I literally have a memory for every holiday with that game.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I can't wait for, unless crossplay is already a thing with Minecraft, I can't wait to finally get back into that. Because I'm going to be scrubbing you guys off the floor with my keyboard and mouse gameplay. I was so held back playing with the controller.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
so hard.
us peasants over here.
Are you
We need to get back
referencing
on the
when we were
server.
playing Smash?
Hmm?
When we were playing Smash that one time, or no?
No, when I was playing Minecraft with them, I had to play with.
Oh,
the
I remember we
controller.
did that. That was
Remember
fun.
that?
That was fun.
A
Just sitting on
little,
the,
a little intoxicated.
I was just
Yeah.
sitting on the ground forever.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Was that for a podcast?
It must have been for our
It was for
50th.
the special.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
the special, the mid-year, right?
No, 500.
Yeah, for when we tried doing Crash.
We're,
Ah,
we're gonna
that's
do the
right.
Nuggets.
And then when Matt went to bed, we played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we watched. Was Jacob and David there that night?
No,
They weren't. You sure?
they came they were there like a week earlier.
Okay.
That's why you remember them.
Alcoholism. He'll do that too.
And bring it up, Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
That's always been one of my favorite games, and we're one day away.
One day it could have made it.
It'll be coming out when this podcast is out. And I will
Yeah.
be streaming it
Streaming
at twitch.tv/WhitePanther001 in the description.
Good
For me, a game that I played on Halloween that I was terrified of was Fallout 3. It was my first Fallout
Really?
game, and it was like my first kind of like game like that to
Is that New
experience.
Vegas?
No, just Fallout 3. And I was playing it, and it was just, I remember exactly, I like
They had
enter
much
like
time
this
left.
museum, and there's just this big mutant guy, and he's just like, and I paused the game, I was like, like, I was terrified. I didn't play the game anymore after
Oh
that.
my God.
It fucked me up, dude. Like, I was scared of it. And then I was reintroduced with Vegas, and I was like, this kind of sucks. And then I played Skyrim, and my life
I was
changed.
scared by the Bioshock guy.
Big
Oh,
Daddy.
Big Daddy?
Yeah, Big Daddy.
That
When
is
I-
a
when I
scary
was
looking
kid,
dude.
I was like,
Yeah, that was all
Fuck
over the
that.
promotional material.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's what's even scarier is because like sometimes you'll enter a room, and like you'll hear him like stomping around, and you'll hear the little,
Oh boy.
you'll hear the little girl like scream and like, or not scream, but just like singing and stuff, and just like skipping, and then you go to like try to like either attack the Big Daddy, or like you get too close, or you take the little sister, and he'll just like his eyes will turn red and he'll start charging you. And it's just
Hell
like, oh god.
yeah, I remember the promotional material for that, like on Cartoon, like Adult Swim and stuff like that. Like,
Kind of like what Caleb said with how he has a memory for Minecraft for every holiday. For me, that would probably be zombies. Call of Duty.
right.
Call of Duty Zombies. I could think of a funny story so many times of us playing. So yeah, that's just a fun one to think about. Is just zombies and
Forgot to
fucking up.
Bring up Outlast. Like when that game came out, I just remember sitting in cafeteria and all my friends were just talking about this game. It's like, dude, this game is like game changing.
Dude, fucking
different.
PT.
PT.
If I think PT, I'm gonna say it here right now. PT is the most the scariest thing I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
Like from any source of media, PT
Yeah.
fucked me up. Do you
Dude.
know what this is?
no.
We
What
gotta,
game is this on?
we gotta take him to Ariel's at like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has it.
PT, it stands for playable teaser. And out of nowhere, this just dropped on the PlayStation Store, and you could play it. And it's a first person. Yes.
First person.
And
Person.
you wake up in this garage basement room. You open up the door. There's a hallway. There's another hallway, and then there's another door. You enter, and then it loops you right back where you started, at the end of the other hallway, and you are just trapped in this loop. And there's this person. Her name is Lisa, and she's fucking dead, and she is possessed, and it is fucking terrifying.
Also, the Antichrist is in it.
Yeah, the Antichrist is in it.
It's so tragic.
It is, the sound design is fucking amazing, and
So this just came out of nowhere. Like,
No,
this
it was
released,
supposed
no
to
one
be
knew about
a
it?
demo for Silent Hill.
yes,
That,
that
was
was
being made by Hideo Kojima.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And whatever his name is.
Del Toro.
Del Toro
really?
and the actor.
So this just came out recently.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
This just came out recently.
Yeah.
This came out 2015 or 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening is they kept the deal to make Death Stranding.
Okay.
So that's the game that
deal
is
that
coming out
Kojima
right
had
now.
with him and Reedus and Del Toro just made Death Stranding.
Yeah, and then Konami fucked over Kojima, and so he was like,
That's why
"Fuck
they
you!
can make
I'm gonna start my own company." And so now his like intro logo for his company is fucking badass.
Nice.
But it's just so sad because like you play that teaser, and then after all that drama went down, if you didn't have it on your actual PlayStation, if you have it in your library, you can't re-download it. So my idiot self obviously deleted it because I was like, I'm never gonna play this again. It was fun, but I'll never play it again. Maybe I can re-download it. And now you can't. But Ariel, our buddy, he has it still downloaded, and we played it last year. It was great. Like people people sell their PlayStation for like $800 on eBay with that teaser.
No shit,
Because
really?
if it's not on your PlayStation, you can't
You
play
can't
it.
get it back.
Did
No.
you guys ever have the rumor with Flappy Bird that the owner
Yeah.
like killed himself
Yeah.
and like whoever had it on their phone, you could sell your phone for a ton of money.
Yeah,
People did that.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was
Crazy
in high
for
school.
Flappy Bird.
right,
That was
PT?
like ninth grade.
Flappy Bird.
right.
There's a difference.
But yeah, PT, it's great. You should definitely play it or just watch it. It's just creepy. Like,
Nice.
It's got to be one of the scariest experiences out there. Could you imagine it in VR?
Oh, fuck that.
oh, dude, no, I couldn't. It's pretty much is VR. Like
Yeah.
at that point, but it's.
But being ripped around.
I just never forget like when you actually would have to put on the headphones. Like it's so cryptic, like how to figure out how to beat the teaser to like beat it. So then you realize that Norman Reedus is in it. You have to like put on the headphones and like scream and like yell a name and like you have to like take these certain like steps forward and like hit things and it's fucking great. I love it. But and then I guess like an easy one is Kingdom Hearts Nightmare Before Christmas. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah, I
was
remember
that
that's
was
the
a
thing.
world. That was always fun.
Minecraft Nightmare Before Christmas.
That
Gotta
was
revisit
fucking
that.
awesome. That was great. But I guess we're gonna segue into movies because it's obviously on my list. I don't know if it's on anybody else's list. You guys are
Nightmare
really
Before
into
Christmas.
the soccer game.
It's 4 minutes
NBC.
left, so
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas is.
Sorry to my
It's too easy.
It's on there for me because it's too easy, but it's also one of my favorite movies of all time, so that's why I put it on there. Oh,
I'm so sorry. Keep going. It's almost over, so.
But yeah, so that's for me.
I'm not gonna cry.
Now for Christmas. Do you guys think it's more of a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
Halloween.
Halloween.
I say more Halloween.
The good thing is you can watch it.
You can
each
watch it.
season,
Yeah, it's
so.
like the best movie ever because you can plug it in October
It's a
1st.
Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, you can watch it for like in a 3-month span.
Excuse me. The best Christmas movie to watch is Die Hard.
It is.
It is.
But if you watch the Bruce, his roast,
Bruce Willis.
yeah, his roast, he at the very end he says, "Thank you all for coming out." And Die Hard is not a Christmas movie,
Well, what the fuck does he know? He's an old senile man.
He is crazy.
but he is the one who stars in it.
Okay, he's not the one that directed it.
Or wrote it.
Fair enough. But anyways, yeah, Now for Christmas. I just love it. The music, the atmosphere, the claymation style, Tim Burton's designs.
That's
Even
one of
though
my dad's favorites.
it's like the biggest crime ever. I feel so bad for the director that I don't know his name. That everybody just thinks it's Tim Burton. But
He did the voice of Jack Skellington, right?
Is
Or
it
no,
Ju-
that was Danny Elfman. Never
yeah,
mind.
Danny
Did he
Elfman.
do some of the voices?
Danny Elfman.
No. I mean the director.
I don't know, but I just feel so bad because like it says Tim Burton's Night Before Christmas, and everybody just assumes
Well, because he produced.
Tim
it.
Burton directed it because he also did the book. You know, that's his illustrations. Like it's all his idea. I don't know why he didn't direct
I
it.
think the director is mainly a stop motion guy.
Yeah,
Because
and
I think he did, He did another pretty big stop motion movie after that. I can't think of which one it is though.
Because then Corpse Bride, that's Tim Burton.
Yeah.
That's his stop motion movie.
Has Tim
Is there
Burton
such
written
thing
all
as
over
empty
it?
net in soccer?
No.
Yeah, that's lame.
Oh, you mean like when the goalkeeper comes out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now because we're about to lose.
So that's one of mine for me. Connor, do you want to go or do you want to finish
Yeah.
your game?
Well, you can't talk about Halloween without John Carpenter's Halloween.
Yes.
So that's gonna be my go-to for every Halloween. And where
Over
is
there,
it?
next to Jack.
Perfect.
What did you think of the new Halloween?
Don't like it that much. I think we went over this. I'm not a big fan. He hates it more than me.
I'm gonna kill you both.
But it's
What did you expect?
it's
I really liked it. I'm super excited that they're making more.
yeah.
I'll go see him. Maybe you just
I don't
shouldn't
like
see
the
it with
script.
I just don't want to hear you say anything about it afterwards.
It's like, oh, I love it.
I was bad in the movie, dude. There was only like 3 people in the movie theater, and I was just laughing.
You were laughing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on now.
I'm sorry. It was just a bad
It
movie.
wasn't that funny.
I got
funny
to-
bad.
I guess maybe since I worked on it, I had the right to laugh at it.
Whatever.
So
Just worked on it. But yeah, John Carpenter's Halloween. I just hate how many people like our age or maybe like a little bit younger, say like, "Oh, this is so boring. It's not scary." It's not scary.
what is scary to them?
I'm like, no, they're just like so used to like things jumping at them every
Yeah.
30 seconds, and that's not scary. It's
That's just cheap.
it's loud noises. That's what makes you scared. It's easy to get chills that way.
Fuck you.
See, like that, like unexpected, but but
I'm glad that worked.
Halloween, like just the tight budget, it just looks fucking phenomenal. Like the cinematography, the score from John Carpenter. What did he make? He made it in like a couple days, I think.
And it's
Dang.
if
And
not
it's,
the most
like,
iconic
iconic
horror
horror
theme ever.
score and theme, and yeah, just like Michael Myers is just like the prototypical
Get the trash out of here.
typical serial killer, and yeah, that movie is just so damn good. Every time I watch it, that's easily one of my favorite movies.
I just love how he's literally the physical embodiment of just pure evil. He does not stop. He does
like
not
he
care.
has no motive. He's just
My
Slice and
my
dice.
favorite thing is I just love that it takes place in Illinois,
Yes.
but it's filmed in California. So you're just like, there's a palm tree, and there's a palm tree, and I love that. But it is a great movie. I watched it for the first time last year. Because I remember watching the introduction in our film class. We watched like the opening for it.
for Halloween.
Yeah.
I thought we watched quite a bit of it though. Like he skipped
Did
around.
we? Okay. Well, I just remember paying attention to like the beginning of it.
I hated our fucking class during watching the movie.
Yeah, because we just skipped around. We didn't watch the whole thing.
Well, that and they were like on their phones and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But then I watched it for the first time and I was like blown away. I thought it was great. So then, when I watched the new one, I was just like, okay, so you're just copying the first one and it's not really paying homage, and sorry, I'll stop because Matt really likes the movie.
because
So.
speaking of memories, like fond memories of like this, time of year, Halloween was the earliest memory I remember like watching a movie. Like my dad was watching the original Halloween, and he would like lay on the couch, and I'd be behind him. It's like little baby Connor. I can't
Little
see
baby
over him.
Connor.
I can't
Baby
see over
Connor.
him unless I'm like actually like lifting my head up and watching the movie. And I remember several scenes like watching that. So I'm like,
There you go.
I think that's just like the to my heart, thing. So yeah, that's like the earliest movie I remember, like vividly remember watching or like seeing parts of. So yeah,
Caleb?
bad
I,
parenting.
I guess thinking about it, these kind of fall under TV specials, but Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town.
I think Hocus
Those are
Pocus is a
movies.
movie.
But
Those
it was
are
always
movies.
on Disney Channel.
That's true.
High School
So they
Musical
always
was a
felt
movie.
like Dakus or Dekus, whatever Nakey Jakey calls them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Original movies. I haven't seen them in so long. So Hocus Pocus was with the witches, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
Halloween
the
Town
I'll
was-
Put a Spell on You
Yeah.
song. And they always like ridicule that one guy for being a virgin.
This is in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
They're
watched
like,
it.
you never watch it? Yeah.
They did that in a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a running joke that this kid is a virgin and they keep making fun of him for it.
Way to go, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Any more thoughts? Or just want
Oh,
You haven't seen it in so long. It's like hard
Oh,
to
okay.
remember.
So it's like,
Fair enough.
I saw that movie.
That was a movie.
Our new segment called "I Saw That Movie."
Matthew.
Um,
I'm sorry if I took Halloween from you, but
well, no, yeah, like Halloween, Nightmare Before Christmas were on my list.
rough
pretty
start.
much, pretty much
We
everything's
should've
been
went
said
ahead
about
and started
them.
then.
Scary Godmother.
So, well, thanks, Caleb, for just throwing that out there. I guess I'll start with that one.
Where else
Scary
were you going to
Godmother.
go?
I don't know, Caleb, but I have a list.
Scary Godmother. Which one was that one? Is it called Scary
Oh,
Godmother?
yeah, I don't really
Is it on Nickelodeon?
No, it's on Cartoon Network.
And it's with that big monster, right?
with like 3 eyes and it's
the
like, she's,
eyes.
like purple.
And she's like a really tall, skinny witch with like a really big nose.
Yeah.
I vaguely and there's like a ginger kid with spiky hair, right?
And he's in the
Blonde,
devil
spiky hair.
costume.
Yes.
And he's a piece of shit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You watched that growing up?
I think I remember.
It's like really weird
Yeah.
animation.
They had beady Pac-Man eyes. I remember they were Pac-Man-esque.
It was like 2D.
no,
it
it's,
was like
it's 3D. It's 3D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ah, and
it
the
kind of
little
reminds
gir-
me of like Monster
The little
House.
girl kind of looks like Boss Baby a little bit.
Boss Baby.
She's got like
I
the
don't
big
know.
face and the
I'd have
big
to see it.
eyes.
Huh. Well, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought about that in a minute.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that you just kind of like turn on as you're eating some like snacks after school or something like right before Halloween. You're like, oh yeah, I like this movie. Again,
Oh yeah,
The
the
baseball game.
baseball
oh my
game. now.
god.
Well, it's baseball. I don't have to pay attention as much to that. So.
Since we watched it last night,
Oh, right. Yes.
The Shining
Shining.
is, if not one of the best like horror movies ever made, it is also just one of the best movies ever made. In my opinion, I love it so much. It's perfect to me, even though there are some goofs and some funny moments. It's still a really good horror movie.
All right. The one goof is like that doesn't
No.
take away from the film.
But there's another goof where
one?
in the
Spoilers.
in the beginning,
Okay.
when you're introduced to the hotel, you don't see the maze. But then every other time you see the maze, it's right next to the hotel.
Okay.
But when you're first introduced to the hotel, the maze is not shown at all. But then it's like right in front of the
Maybe
hotel.
the maze is all in their head.
Oh my god! But no, it's great. I mean, Jack Nicholson, if like just perfection
It's just
all
like
around.
mesmerized the entire time we were watching it
Yeah.
last night.
I just and my favorite shot is when they are out playing in the snow and he just has that
Oh,
gray
God.
sweater on and he's just staring
Just
and it's
staring
just
out
like
the
a
window.
slow zoom for like 45 seconds and you're just like, this is amazing
So
cinema.
uncomfortable.
It's great.
Cinema.
I love it, and I feel like kids would hate it because it's slow and they'd be like, this is boring, nobody's getting murdered, and then somebody gets murdered. And I pointed that out.
A great murder scene, if I should add.
When he's chilling in his little house in Florida and there's just those two naked black chick paintings in his wall. And I was always very uncomfortable as... Fuck, should I tell the story?
Why not?
Nah, you guys already know it. It's fine.
Our audience
Oh,
doesn't
with
know
your
it.
history with the
Yeah,
show.
okay, I'll just do like a very paint by the
Just
numbers.
rundown.
For some reason, I really wanted to watch The Shining when I was young.
Rapid fire out of the gate.
For some reason,
I wanted to watch it when I was young, and I don't know really why. And my parents were like, "No, it's too scary." I was a puss when I was a kid. So we finally watched it, and I obviously was terrified. And I did not go to sleep the entire night, and my dad wouldn't let me sleep with them because he's like, "Nah, dude, you're like 9 or 10 or whatever. Like you're gonna be in your own bed. You're gonna be a man." I'm like, "Fine."
Gonna be a
Stop
man,
being
you're
a
9 or 10.
So the following night, I was still like traumatized. Like 24 hours later, so we tried to watch the Disney cartoon. I have to say it now, the Disney cartoon Aladdin, and oh my god, like for years, if I would ever even think about Aladdin, the cartoon, I would get chills because I would think of the fear I had when I was a wee little kid.
And now strictly
Oh,
you
wait
can
a
only
lad.
watch the live action one.
Yeah, and so like
Will Smith just
it just fucked me up. And
Haunts
then
my
like you know
dreams.
when the one naked chick comes out of the bath, I'm my mom's like, cover your eyes, and I'm like have my little peepers, and then she turns into the witch, and I'm like, ah, and she's like, I told you not to look, and
Well,
I'm
Andrew was enjoying most of that scene, though.
most of it. But yeah, so The Shining for me. But
That was also on my list, so I assumed someone was going to bring it up. But other than The Shining and Halloween, another one that I plan to like watch around this time of year, because like I've always like underestimated Halloween, like as a season. Like it's like, yeah, it's cool. You know, not a big horror. I wasn't a big horror movie fan as like a kid. It was like I'm like most of them were bad to me, even when I was little or whatever. And I also didn't like being scared. But now I enjoy them, like good horror that is. But one of my absolute favorite movies is Silence of the Lambs, which we also have up here. I think it's Hannibal Lecter and then the movie's over there somewhere. But yeah, that movie is just so damn good. And you also wanted us to like think about movies that like made you feel like the season.
Yeah, it didn't have to be a Halloween movie. It just had to be a movie to
the
watch.
The movie takes place like right at the beginning of like end of fall, beginning of winter, sort of seasonal change there. So it definitely feels like everything's cold and just like gross in terms of like Hannibal Lecter and Buffalo Bill and everything. So that's definitely one of my favorite horror movies. So definitely enjoy watching that. And when I do, watch it every time.
Very nice.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
I have Ghostbusters as well. It's a great movie.
A little foreshadowing since we brought up Bill Murray.
Now
How
you're
you
talking
talking
about 2016 Ghostbusters,
Obviously.
right? Okay.
No, he's talking about the new one of Paul Rudd coming out.
Boo! Come on, Sony.
Super off topic. Have you guys seen that meme of Paul Rudd taking the
Hey,
cap off
hey.
the bottle? Look at us.
Look at us.
I love that. It's so pure.
Me and my best friend Jason.
I didn't.
Hey, who would have thought? Not me. Anyway, so Ghostbusters.
So good.
Not
I
the Paul
totally
Rudd
forgot
one.
that Paul Rudd one was the thing.
Isn't that coming out next year?
Something like that. They
I
just
mean, it'd be
finished
nice to see
filming.
another thing with Paul Rudd, I guess.
But yeah,
When are we getting our
Ghostbusters
Ant-Man
Generic
3?
funny guy.
is a good movie.
Generic.
I love him in Friends.
Yeah. Who's he
Paul
date?
Rudd?
Phoebe?
Yeah, he dates Phoebe.
Paul Rudd is in front.
He's in
Yeah,
like the
maybe you
last
should
like
freaking
season.
watch and actually enjoy it.
No.
No, one of my I forgot this bit just popped in my head.
This bitch.
No, this bitch. I said bit.
Oh, I thought he said bitch too.
Where so like they have like the Friends couch. And I assume that these two actors were just on the lot during that day and they asked them to stop by. But Billy Crystal and Robin Williams are sitting next to each other at the couch where
Yeah.
all of them hang
Yeah.
out and they just get into this very intense conversation and they're just all like kind of like eavesdropping in on it. And it's just like the introduction. It's like 1 minute before like the title sequence, but it's just like so much fun.
Just like
I never knew
later
that.
in the show.
I don't remember exactly what episode
I
it
never
is.
knew that dude's name. Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal, Mike Wazowski.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah, like Bruce Willis
One
was
of
on the show.
the best Oscars hosts.
You know, like he did that because he lost a bet.
I
That's why Bruce Willis was on Friends for a
wish
few
I
episodes.
could lose a
Really?
bet and be on the most popular sitcom.
Right, and Brad
One
Pitt
of.
was on the Thanksgiving episode.
Seinfeld would like a word.
That's why I said one of. Get off your high horse.
But yeah, Ghostbusters, the library scene in the very beginning is a terrifying scene
Oh, that's a good scene.
because it's so
That they
quiet.
completely ruin in the remake.
You saw the remake?
Yeah, not willingly.
Oh man.
Did you lose a bet?
My stepmom and others wanted to watch it.
Others that shall not be
People
named.
that don't watch movies.
Oh yeah, I'll never watch that movie.
People they don't talk to.
It's
anymore.
honestly not as bad. It's not like the worst movie ever, but it's certainly bad. And it's just like why?
Good enough for me not to watch it.
Yeah,
so.
don't watch it. There's a lot of Melissa McCarthy falls laughs. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy fell. That's funny.
Hype for the remake of Ghostbusters, the video game.
Okay.
Apparently,
Oh, isn't it more
Never
just like
played it.
just like a
I don't know the
HD version?
technicalities,
Yeah,
dude.
let's not talk about it again.
Now, when I was looking up like TV specials earlier, apparently there was an animated
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters Halloween.
Well, there was like a TV show.
Oh, it's a TV
That does
show.
sound
I
familiar.
didn't even
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
So,
'Cause, you know, that was like that and Terminator. Like those were like the movies that they really tried to
oh, right. Yeah.
cash grab. So
I mean, Terminator. James Cameron
What else you got, Matt?
returns.
Monster House.
ooh, that's a good one.
I remember seeing that in 3D with my mom in the theater.
I love that movie.
That was really good.
The imagery is great, and like the story, like it's so sad.
I
And,
just like like the
Yeah.
old man and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It also just scared the shit out of me. a
It
lot.
did. It scared me too. I was
who
like,
did that movie?
That's the thing. I don't think a lot
Is it
those people
DreamWorks?
that did it. Was it DreamWorks?
I don't know.
It might have been DreamWorks.
We
But wasn't that like
need
half?
an intern.
Was
Jacob.
that 3D animation or was that stop motion? Or was it like
think it was
half and
3D.
half?
It was 3D.
Okay.
Or was it like 3D that was
It was
made
just an
to look
interesting
stop
art
motion?
style. Yeah.
Columbia Pictures.
So
Sony.
Sony.
Yeah, Sony. Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg present. So they produced it.
That's probably why we ended up seeing it.
Probably why. Let's see who's.
My mom likes Spielberg.
Oh my gosh, Mitchell Musso from.
Oh no, even
From Hannah Montana.
Yeah, from Hannah
Montana.
Montana. He was the
Oh,
main.
yes.
He was DJ.
Which one
Who
was
was
he?
the fat kid?
Was that the fat kid?
I think so.
Huh.
Steve
What has he
Buscemi
been
was
up
in
to?
it.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the old
he's
man.
the
right?
old man. Yeah.
Mhm. Steve Buscemi.
Maggie Gyllenhaal is in it. Jason Lee is in it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Cannon and Kevin James. They're probably the police officers, right?
Oh, probably.
And then
Oh my god, I forgot about them.
John Heder is probably the nerd at the guy that plays the one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
What?
Heater was the voice. In
Yeah,
Who's John Heater?
No,
Napoleon
Napoleon
Dynamite.
Ah.
yeah.
and Blaze Glory. Jimmy McElroy.
this guy
And
he
Benchwarmers?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Benchwarmers. I hate that movie.
Dang it.
So-
You hate that movie?
I don't like it.
Oh my
Wow,
does.
that's a good. It's a funny
It's one of my
movie.
favorite comedies.
I'm just not a big.
You know what? We can throw hands after this. Let's keep going.
One for me that I've seen recently that just screams Halloween is Trick or Treat. It's not the best movie, but it is fun
Is
and
it Anna Paquin in that?
yes, I think so. And it's just great. The little monster is funny. I like all the stories,
He's
how they
pretty
intertwine.
Mhm.
And my favorite part is probably the principal who is like, this serial killer, and that's great. And then like the werewolf transformation scene is
That was
pretty
pretty cool.
is pretty unique how they do it, because you're always just like, how are they going to do it this time?
Also the music.
Oh yeah, the music, yeah.
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson's
Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, Sweet Dreams. It's a really good choice. It's a fun movie, and yeah, so that's another one for me.
So two comedy horror movies that I was like tossing around would be Edgar Wright's Shaun of the Dead and also Taika Waititi's What We Do in the Shadows. Both of those are like
Still need to see that.
two of my favorite comedies I've seen recently. Like I just watched them like within the last year or so,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both, especially What We Do in the Shadows. That shit is so funny. Like just if you love Kiwi humor, like in all of other Taika's movies, like that shit is just
It is good.
just so damn funny, and it's just so goofy what they do with like poking fun at like certain vampires and like vampire movies and stuff like that. Like just really great and really funny in terms of like the old ass vampire.
Yeah,
What's
the
his name?
Nosferatu kind of
Yeah,
looking
he's
guy.
like 1,000 years
Yeah.
old or something. Oh my god, that shit's so
It's a
funny.
funny movie.
So yeah, go watch those. Then Shaun of the Dead, like Edgar Wright's first film, so good. Like if you like Scott Pilgrim or Baby Driver, go check the Cornetto
Hot
trilogy
Fuzz.
out.
Hot Fuzz.
Perfection.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead in a while.
Really good.
It's quite underrated.
Mm-hmm. Just his visual comedy is really good in that movie.
Mhm.
Like whenever he's flipping through the channels on the TV, like he has no idea that zombies are like there's a zombie outbreak,
Right.
but every channel like lines up like there's an attack
Yeah.
on humans. It's like a music video, then a news coverage, and then a sports, and then a documentary. And, like, it's just really well done. So yeah, those two good comedies.
The last one I had, just because I couldn't think of anything, and only because it has monsters in it. The first Hotel Transylvania. It's actually a very fun movie.
Yeah,
I think Stuckman likes those movies.
I think it's a fun premise.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it brings back the classic Hollywood monster movies. In
Certainly
this
better
segment.
than probably
And,
Addams Family, the new Addams Family movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Did
thing.
you watch that?
No,
We did a reaction.
we did. That was like one of our first ones.
Yikes. Oscar Isaac. What do you
Underrated Adam Sandler movie.
I think so, for his voice. Yeah, I think it's one that people don't really go to. Do you think? Have you seen the sequels or no?
I think I've seen the second one. Definitely not the third one. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I enjoyed the second one. They're just fun, like kids movies.
A little family
It's
movie.
the first like kids movie I've seen, a good kids movie I've seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very fun and wholesome.
Very
Is
nice.
that DreamWorks? No, it's Sony. Right?
Sorry.
Sony.
Matt, do you have another one?
Friday the 13th. Just another
Not a lot of.
genre of slasher.
Do you like the whole series? Is it like a more whole series thing, or do you like specifically the first one? Because like Halloween, it's like the first one's really fucking good, and the second one's pretty decent, and then like here and there's some pretty good ones, you know.
The third Halloween, it was kind of like it was different because it didn't have Michael Myers. And it was
Season
just
of the
like-
Witch. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I forgot what happens really, but it was. There was one year I was just like, you know what, I'm actually gonna watch it this time because like I just skipped it every other time. But then like Return of Michael Myers and Halloween 4 that's one of my favorite ones too.
Mhm.
But Friday the 13th, yeah, I don't know,
They're fun.
they're fun, except for the reboot. That was just god awful.
That and the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. It's like
Yeah.
super serious.
I was telling Andrew that we need to work our way through the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
They're really good, actually. Like,
Yeah, we watched the first one.
It's really
there's some good
We were
sequels.
we were taken away by it. We were just like, whew, that was.
There's
We've seen.
Dream Chasers, I think it's called, or Dream Catchers, something like Dream Warriors. I think it's Dream Warriors. That's a really good one. That's like the fourth one or something like that. So that's a really good one.
Yeah, because we also have Freddy versus Jason. I've always just wanted to see that because it's just
The crossover.
All right,
Yeah, it's
that's
funny.
like Alien
It's a fun
versus
one.
Predator for me.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to watch those.
Which
just-
one's better, do you think? Just like on paper, what would you rather watch if you could pick one? Like,
Dude, on paper,
yeah, like
honest-
a great
Alien vs
matchup.
Predator.
Alien versus Predator sounds pretty badass.
Yeah.
I think that Freddy versus Jason would just be more fun because Freddy's just.
But
such a
I think that's
goofball.
because you're thinking of like how the Alien vs Predator movies have gone.
I mean, Freddy versus Jason's like, neither of them are like really great movies, but like they're just fun, you know.
yeah,
So
which is like because I haven't seen it yet, so like I'm just like, do they work together or are they just like somehow in the same neighborhood and they're just killing people? Do they fight each other? Do they work together?
I think
Dude,
you'll like it.
Come on, versus. They gotta fight each other.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, Batman v Superman.
yeah,
They kind of tussle.
for like 5 minutes.
Freddy says Martha and
How do
Jason
you know
gets
that
up,
name?
rips his mask off.
That's why you.
My last one, which I guess you could kind of say is, you could almost watch it during Christmas time as well, but the imagery is definitely very gothic, and that's Edward Scissorhands.
Yes,
I
would say
love that
in a
movie.
long
My
time.
second favorite, Tim Burton.
It's to me just a beautiful film. Like, I just love the story. I love Johnny Depp. I think it's probably his best performance, and
Love
he
the
barely
neighborhood.
talks.
Also, the fact that Winona Ryder is in it, I always forget that.
And I just all
They were
the
dating for a while, right? Him, her
Probably,
and Johnny, I think they
yeah.
were dating for a bit.
but yeah, it just has Tim Burton written all over it, and
Oh,
I love it. It definitely was one of the movies I grew up with. Like, it was one of my mom's favorite movies, so I always would watch that, especially around the Halloween and Christmas time. So
Hell yeah.
that's my last one.
For a last one for me, like going back on the what makes you feel like, this season. A good one would be Alfonso Cuarón's Harry Potter and The Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's a good one.
Like, obviously the best Harry Potter movie. Like it's pretty universal. Like I feel like it's just
The third or the fourth?
the third.
No, I'm saying like those are the two that
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
like goes to.
I love 4 personally because that's my favorite book, but like from a objective standpoint, Prisoner of Azkaban is probably the best made. But just like the Death Eaters, just how cold everything feels, and just
the
how,
werewolf transformations.
Yeah, werewolves.
Yeah.
You got dogs, the Grim. You got like
Dogs.
dogs.
Hey, go dogs! You had your.
Go dogs, baby. Big game this weekend. But yeah, just
It's
that's
so weird
easily
how
the
one
most.
franchise can have different movies for like different seasons. Because I always attribute the first 2 to Christmas.
Yes, those
Because
were your
they
Christmas
really,
movies.
push hard on like them during Christmas sweaters.
Is there what? It's like the 6th or 7th one really focused on turkeys and food.
Of course not.
6, they go 5, they go to Thanksgiving at the Weasleys. They show that
Hey,
because
there's your
Arthur
Thanksgiving
gets
episode.
fucked up by the
Movie.
fucking Nagini.
Nagini.
But
Still
yeah,
need to watch them.
you haven't seen all of them.
First 2 and then half of the third, ish.
I know.
It's all right.
Did you guys have another one or?
Speaking of Johnny Depp, underrated, Sleepy Hollow.
I still need to see that.
I love
Yeah,
it. It's
Sleepy
good.
Hollow.
It reminds me
Very
of
creepy.
the.
Just seeing a dude get picked up and like his head being torn off.
Oh yeah.
It
Well,
just
like
reminds me
Sweeney
of like
Todd.
the
Yeah.
60s horror films where it was just that bright blood and just all the. I mean, dude, it's Christopher Walken, right? Is like the villain in
Yes.
that. Yeah,
I think.
he's so cool. It's a fun movie. It's really good.
Christopher Walken.
I'm gonna interject and change the subject a little bit.
I think we are kind of done.
For those of you who don't know, John Witherspoon recently passed away. Like yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, and goddamn, it's really fucking sad. And Adult
it's
Swim
sad to
just
see a
posted a
picture.
video saying thanks, Granddad, 2 hours ago, and I can't wait to watch it because I will probably cry my eyes out. So, thank you. I'm gonna pour one out for you, my pops.
There it is.
Very sweet.
How do you think the new season's gonna go without him? Or
Are
not?
they remaking? Or are they
There,
Are they
there's gonna
continuously
be 2 more
remaking it?
seasons and a TV movie, and they've already filmed everything for him. So
Okay.
Okay.
That's nice.
Well,
Empty.
before wrapping things up, I just wanted to bring up just like one tradition that I would always do. We always had Pumpkin Fest in Sycamore, and it's a great weekend of carving or painting a pumpkin, putting it at the courthouse, walking around during school hours and going and seeing all the pumpkins and voting which one's your favorite.
that's probably the coolest part.
Ashley sent me a picture of a McCaffrey pumpkin. I was like, all the way up there?
Yeah,
Oh, it had like a blue 22 on it.
and then doing
22.
the pumpkin parade, going to Jacobs on Salmonock Street, and his dad was the DJ.
Do you know the address? Maybe we can get some people to egg it.
Dox them.
His dad was a DJ, so his dad was the person that would deck out the entire house,
Yeah.
like Halloween decorations, and so it was a big party, a lot of food, and so it was just always fun, like walking around, going to the carnival, and coming over.
And
Lindsay,
yeah.
Jacob, if you made it this far, good old Lindsay. She had a crush on Jacob for the longest time.
Lindsay all
Connington?
top.
No,
bottom.
oh my
I was
god!
like, wait a minute.
I'd be like, Lindsay, look at me. I don't know her last name, but
all top, no bottom. Her last name really is all top, but I just threw in the no bottom because it's just like
that doesn't look good.
No, that's not good.
but yeah, so I just really love Pumpkin Fest, and I haven't been up since I went up there the first year I moved down here, but ever since then I haven't. So I do miss it greatly.
yeah.
Do you guys have any traditions that you used to do before we wrap things up?
Haunted corn maze.
Honda Core Maze.
That's about it. Yeah, for me.
Mainly it's just my mom's a big decorator when it comes to like.
You said my mom's a bitch. I was like,
Whoa! I would never. But yeah, she's a big decorator when it comes to Halloween and Christmas. Halloween, she has these like ceramic pumpkins like that, like they're different faces and different shapes, and put a little candle on them, light them up, and they like light up like little pumpkins. So she would always do that, and then Christmas, she goes crazy with Christmas. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, just watching Charlie Brown, Halloween, Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and then just like just back in the old days, like going to my cousin's house, and we would always trick or treat there because my old neighborhood was like sketchy as fuck. So
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very safe.
we go to the nicer neighborhood with way more houses. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really have a lot of traditions like, oh, let's do this every year or something like that.
You didn't have a satanic cult, like you guys didn't
I mean,
sacrifice to
I-
go.
I was gonna say that.
Oh, I'm
but I wasn't
sorry.
sure if I was gonna bring it up. No, but yeah, just shout out to mom.
shout out to Connor's mom.
Connor's mom.
Good old Kathy.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Shout out to Connor's mom. We'll wear them next podcast.
Kind of thought it did seem like we were gonna make the netherworld.
I've never
tradition.
gone to Netherworld.
Really?
We should go next year then.
We need to drag
Probably.
Matt.
Yeah, we
Oh,
need to go
that's
for
good.
sure
He's
next
gonna
year.
piss himself if
Yeah.
we go there.
We definitely need to go next year. Make it an effort. Yeah, because we did it the last 2 years in a row.
I only made the first one.
You only made it the first one. I went the last 2 years, and it is a lot of fun. It lives up to the hype. The production value is just
They
really
do a
good.
different like theme every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do they allow GoPros?
No, I don't think there's any video footage and stuff like that.
We can sneak it in there.
Yeah, we could do something.
Get like some spectacles.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, guys, this was a podcast.
This was fun.
This was a fun
This
one.
was a fun one.
Somehow we were able to sneak in a scare.
Yeah,
Scared
that
Matt a
was
little bit.
good. Scared Matt a little bit.
Hit Matt with a bop.
But yeah, I'm glad Connor got to join, and he got his headphones. That was his outfit wouldn't be complete without his headphones.
Should we just keep him here? Because last time we did a podcast with you, you were like, just keep the headphones here. I don't use them, and then you forgot them the next time.
I mean, what's the next one we're doing? Dr. Sleep?
Dr. Sleepy will probably be for that one because it's
Yeah, I'll just keep it
It's like a week from now, right? 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. Yeah, it'll be the
What are we
N2
doing
podcast.
next week then?
Oh, Dabra's Terminator.
Oh, was that English?
No, but yeah, guys, I think that will do it here. This has been Andrew.
This has been Connor.
And Caleb.
And Matthew.
Peace.
Been good.
We love you.
And
Happy Halloween, by the way.
Happy Halloween.